some hoofbeats behind you, in which a large black carriage had approached. um, as the carriage pulls closer, the driver releases the reins, stepping down from the coach box, and moves to open the side door of the carriage, bowing deeply. A moment passes, and then a man steps out from the carriage. He is tall, gaunt, and dressed in a finery befitting of a man of aristocratic, even royal stature. A black coat is pulled neatly around his shoulders, tied at the neck by a blood-red brooch. A long sword rests ensheathed at his hip, its polished hilt gleaming beneath the dim light. And his scarlet tunic is worked with intricate designs, and his hair pulled back into a sharp and immaculate widow's peak. His eyes are dark. As he moves to adjust the ruby at his neck, you see that his fingernails form long, elegant claws. It's only then that you realize his skin is pale, and unnaturally so, and that his eyes glint with a deep, intelligent hunger. At this moment, Irina rocks backward as if she was slapped. She averts her eyes from the man's gaze, and her entire body stiffens up. "Don't look into his eyes," she chokes out. The man's gaze rests briefly on Irina, and he smiles, though there's no warmth in his eyes. "Lady Kolyana," he says, "what a pleasant surprise." And then his gaze turns towards all of you.
Ah, shit.
Look at the ground.
Look at Irina.
"Good day," he says. "I am Count Strahd von Zarovich, and it is a pleasure to finally meet the newcomers to my domain. My friends have told me so much about you." His eyes linger over each one of you in turn, regarding you, almost like a cut of meat weighed at market, an intriguing but inanimate trinket, a prey animal spotted by a predator in the brush. His eyes first lay upon the tiefling. "Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Miss Rua. I've heard you've been reading a few interesting books lately."
What can I say? I am a scholar, I say without looking at him.
"Well, I may know of one in particular. I'd be interested in sharing notes with you sometime to see what mysteries you found within, and if they're the same or different than mine."
Hmm. Uh. Yes, I'll schedule that sometime soon. I say as I scoot
Wonderful.
closer to the party.
"Mr. Kane, 'tis pleasure to make your acquaintance as well.
Look him in the
How are you
eyes.
doing in these lands? Are you feeling hungry? You look a bit peckish."
I'm doing okay.
Well, should you need anything, I'd be more than happy to help.
No thanks.
All right. Well, perhaps you'll change depending on how hungry you get. Just know that there will always be a meal available for you in Ravenloft.
How kind of you.
And my darling little quaint, I don't know what they say. You look nothing like an owl.
Quite just like looks at him into his eyes, even though Irina told him not to. Goes, "Really sorry I ate your vampire friends. They're bats. They tasted good though."
Can't say I disagree. Perhaps it's their fault for going into such a gifted hunter's range. Just look out for those doors. And you, Sir Badger, or Theb, Which form is it that you prefer?
The form that gets us out of this place.
Oh. Well, perhaps before you go, and he lifts his arm up and gives a swift snap. The man who had opened the door and was driving the coach reaches into the coach and pulls out a box and hands it to Strahd. He opens it up. I have brought this along for you. And he pulls out a jar filled with a golden liquid. And
Don't do it,
then
it's a trap.
pulls out a block of a slightly pink tinted wax with chunks of dried flowers within it and hands them out to you. Please, I hope you accept this gift. A jar of our finest honey and a block of wax with heirloom amaranth.
Immediately just starts a fire to make candles.
Thad!
I'm busy.
His lips twitch into a bit of a smile. Still holding the gifts out to you. Just watching you.
Well, as soon as the fire's ready, I'm gonna be like, it's gonna be like, I can do it in like 20 minutes.
Fab.
He hands them over to his footman, and the footman lays them down or sets them down next to you.
Let the candle making begin.
And then his eyes trail over towards the remaining party member. A sort of smile of sorts creeps across his face, less warm, a little bit more of a sneer. And the little warrior, Rothan, you really should think about smiling more.
Roland is just subtly holding behind his back the flask of holy water we've gotten.
And Miss Lady Koliana, as always, a pleasure to see you again. I hope you all, again, have been properly introduced to this domain. And I do apologize for any folk tales that you may have heard regarding myself and my rule here. Can't please everybody, you know? But I had heard such wonderful things about you guys so far. About your fierce and fiery valor and your heroic and compassionate spirits. Taking out some monsters, laying some to rest.
Out of character. That's sleep and wear. Laying some to rest. Okay, sorry.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about?
I don't know, bro. Just continue.
All good, all good. Is there anything that I can provide for you to make your visits to my lands any more pleasurable?
What? Elbow cane. What is the easiest way to tell someone strong enough to snap our necks in 2 seconds to stop watching our every move?
I think that'd be kind of pointless right now.
Fuck.
This is an
I mean-
intriguing question, though, is it not?
Oh, I see your hearing is about as strong as your strength. I did not mean to insult.
Oh, no, dear. No insults taken. But as a ruler of a land, isn't not my job to keep an eye on newcomers and ensure that you do not mean my people any harm? To be fair, you are trespassers in my lands. The
Not by
last
choice.
outsider that entered Barovia fostered sedition and treachery. Perhaps I should dispatch you now, same way I should have with him.
Now hold on. In our defense, we weren't brought here by choice.
Interesting. How did you arrive?
Honestly speaking, I don't understand the schematics, but we were asleep and now we're here.
Perhaps you are still asleep?
Immediately punched Deb in the shoulder.
Busy.
Perhaps not. Magic is a fickle thing.
Can
We
I,
would not. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is the carriage person viewable from where we are?
Yes, he is standing right next to Strahd.
What does he look like?
He looks like... Give me just a moment to pull up his description. He has sharp, angular features. Stands at about 5'10" or so, so not super tall, but tall enough. Has long, flowing white blonde locks that go down slightly past his shoulders. As far as eye color, you can't quite see. He has his head tilted down and is staring down at the floor.
Is he as pale as Strahd?
He appears to be quite pale as well, yes.
Okay. That was all.
Okay.
Well, we don't mean any disrespect, Monsieur, but we're kind of. Oh my God. Be right back.
Deb transformed.
Oh.
Got too excited.
Oh no.
Yeah, back just walks away from Strahd mid conversation.
Hold on, gotta take this.
Oh, sorry. Shit. What was I saying? We don't mean to be rude, but we're. Is there anything we can help you?
Well, perhaps you can answer a question for me. Immediately prior to your entry into my lands, you've caused great damage to a group of my servants. The occupants of a particular house upon the borders of my domain. I had relied upon those servants to bring me specimens of interest, but your activities have left them indefinitely indisposed. My question is, should I not punish you for your crimes against them?
Were they not committing crimes themselves by torturing defenseless children?
Those children have been long gone.
I wasn't talking about those children.
Then which children is it that you speak of?
The one that was birthed and then became whatever monstrosity it was in the underground.
You mean dear Walter?
Yes.
Ah, see, that whole instance and his creation was not my doing. Should I have just killed him simply for his existence?
Unfortunately, I don't know everything that went on, but I do know that what happened with him was not something that was something to be taken lightly. And it looks like you were simply allowing them to continue with their heinous deeds towards an innocent. So whatever we did, I feel like maybe we should be even as to what happened with Walter. There should be no punishment.
So let me see if I understand this correctly. You have killed Walter, yes. And you should not be punished simply because I was aware of his existence.
No, we should not be punished because we saw that someone was inhumanly, even if he was no longer technically human, treated, and we put him out of his misery.
How do you know he was miserable?
That part is hard to explain.
Because he looked different? Do you yourself not look different among your companions?
I mean,
That is-
considering all the screaming that was happening, it's very possible they were very miserable. I know I was.
Are you still a badger?
No, I'm making candles.
Oh, okay. I mean, a badger can make candles too. I don't know. I don't know what you do with your badger hands.
You know what? That would be very interesting.
Oh no. New
I
item.
think I'll Google
The
some things.
semantics
I'll
of
be right
making a
back.
candle?
It's like the fucking artwork that they sell in zoos that elephants painted. It's really just druids.
Look, I made a candle. It's like a small goop.
Goop.
Do we remember out of character in the baby's room? Like the mother apologizing, or like there was some sort of sadness
Yeah, she was
with.
she was so sad. If I remember. She was the ghost
She
lady.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was like hella
She
sad.
wanted, yeah, she wanted her son to be free, right? Or what was it?
I don't remember specifically because I have a terrible memory, but she
Well-
was like she wanted us to fix the wrong that had happened in the house.
Yeah, because it was the mistress's son that got turned into Walter.
Ah,
Yeah, it
It
wasn't.
wasn't the mom and the dad
went
locked
off.
it. The mom and the dad locked their kids
Evil.
up
They
to
were
protect
evil.
them from the monster, quote unquote. And then the mom took Walter and they basically made him into a monster. And then she also tortured and killed the mistress.
And she was performing experiments or something on him.
Yeah, she was trying to.
And she willingly
really
let
evil
her
shit.
kids die by locking them in a closet. Their room. Their entire everything was like evil.
Yeah, it was a pretty bad
There you
place.
go. Would that not be a sign to help the family move on?
Perhaps much of the existence there was an atonement for some sins.
Listen, I find adultery the worst thing a marriage person can do,
Why?
but wait, what do you? She's just like, wait, did he just ask why?
Hmm.
Second worst thing. The first thing was actually killing someone, but the second worst thing a married person can do, because you have created a bond between the two, so which should be respected. If a third person were to come in, that is some sort of a crime, but at this point, the crime does not fit the punishment of eternal damnation and the
Are,
torture her and her son have been through.
so you are telling me that to love another is a crime?
If you are bonded with another, you break that bond first, then you go with the other. But this isn't the
But-
semantics about the adultery. This is the semantics about the poor woman being tortured and was her baby, which is why it was okay for us to. I'm not finishing that sentence because I don't know how to.
Because you murdered the child and you had just said that the worst thing someone can do is murder.
It's not really murder when you're putting down a beast.
That's not
What makes it a beast?
Rodan.
It's twisted nature. It's
That wasn't Rothon, that was Cain.
Shit. Kane, sorry.
twisted
Why?
nature. It's not what it once was. It didn't choose to be the way it was. No one asked Walter what he wanted to do with his life.
What are you asked what you wanted to do before you exited the womb?
No, I wasn't.
So we should put you down.
If I'm a beast tormenting others, sure.
Aren't you?
I don't think so.
Perhaps Walter doesn't either. What if he was merely trying to survive? I think I see a little bit of an issue here. You guys seem to assume that Walter was not born that way.
You're saying he was.
Yes?
You're saying a child was born on a pile of skulls and bones, bleeding everywhere.
No. I'm saying that the form that he was in is the form that he had entered this world in.
Arcana check if that's even possible?
Question: do we know if Walter was technically undead?
That is a good question.
Or is he
don't-
more of a monstrosity type deal?
I don't think that's something we actually checked when we were there. I don't
Yeah.
think we would know.
Would I be able to do some sort of check to try to remember and see if maybe there was an inkling of him being undead versus a monster?
Let me
Using the
double check here.
what is that fucking thing? Stupid ranger ability. The,
Talking about primeval
favorite-
awareness?
No, favorite enemy. Because primeval awareness would just tell me what's in the area.
Yeah, give me just a second to double. What would I have had it in?
Maybe not to know like what he was, but that he was almost certainly wasn't an undead.
Do a for this, I'd say let's do a history check with advantage because you were really good at detecting the undead, but it's not something that you thought about at
Yeah.
that time. So you're trying to remember back the different traits. Yes, you do recall him being undead.
Okay. Well, none of us respond. Are you talking about the first time he came into this world, or the second time?
The first?
He's still just holding the glass of holy water behind his back.
Mhm.
Just
Are you interested in understanding him? Or would you rather not understand him so the murder is more palatable in your memory?
Is it murder if he was already dead? This is just me. This is me, not Quaint. Because Quaint doesn't know that she was dead because Rotha didn't say anything.
I mean, depends,
Remurder.
I suppose. Remurdered.
Remurder.
Mm-hmm. Unalived again.
murder redux.
So it's like you're alive and then you're dead, and then you're undead and then you're unalived.
Murder round 2,
Can-
electric boogaloo.
Can you unalive something that's not alive?
Yeah.
Who says it's not alive?
It's undead. That
Yeah,
by definition is
it's-
not alive.
Is it though?
Yeah.
It's undead. It's not dead. It was undeaded.
Yeah, but it's not alive.
Was
That's
it
why it's got the title undead.
I was gonna say I can't tell if this is an argument between
Yeah.
like is this just slipping into the real world at this point now?
Huh?
A little bit.
Oh, there we go. Anthony's got
What do you say?
life is a spectrum.
That's not when it comes to
Life is not. No, it's binary.
Technically,
1 or 0.
Is it?
not
Is it though?
necessarily. I mean, take a
Joseph's
look at
died.
mushrooms.
Yeah. So his number turned to 0, and then someone
So does
changed it
that mean
back
my
to
brother's
1.
undead?
Yeah.
No,
I
he's
mean,
brought back to
technically,
life. He's not on that
He
border.
died.
He just went to the gas station for milk.
Father?
Hmm.
Strahd.
Right. Was there like a sigil of? Oh wait,
Sigil.
my character would know. Never mind.
Cool.
It's like maybe like there was some sort of summoning circle in the stupid where we found the baby, not the crib, but like the actual bone place.
You guys did find a chamber that had markings upon the floor, and there was a statue there.
Do we remember what statue that was or recognized it? Or is it just a
There
statue?
was also, in the place that you found Walter, there was a full-on altar in the middle of the water.
Oh,
Remember what it was to? No. Altar was of.
Yeah, because they were doing their satanic ritual things.
Mhm.
the chanting. Does this have to do with anything about the chanting we kept hearing?
But of course.
We're talking in circles here. What do you want?
Got to kiss the
Yeah.
girl.
No, you stay away from Irene.
That's Jamaican, but you get it.
Thanks, Anne. Appreciate you. Oh god. I simply want to meet and get to know the newcomers to my land.
Well, we've met and we've gotten to know each other, I think, well enough.
Perhaps. It seems as though this attempt at understanding one another appears to be a one-way street.
Yeah, you haven't told us anything about you.
You haven't asked?
You haven't given us a chance.
You kind
Have
of
I
came in
not?
here a little hostile with the punishment talks.
Yeah, but they're valid talks.
Make your candles then.
I am.
I mean, he is right, and I simply responded to a question when I was asked if I needed anything from you guys, and I wanted to give you an opportunity to tell me your side of the tale and tell me what I may be missing. I am intrigued to hear. I'm not an unreasonable man. If there is some reason or rationale that I might have missed, then by all means, I would like to be enlightened.
Ah,
To be fair, the house kidnapped us.
is it
The
normal
house-
for the trees to turn tentacly?
Magic, again, is a strange thing.
Hmm.
In this
Didn't get
land, yes.
hostage.
Who's out of character? Who is it who told us that we had to fix the house to leave?
That you had to fix the house to leave.
Wasn't it the kids who said something?
The kids had requested that you eliminate the monster in the basement. They didn't know
Right.
what the monster was, but the entire house was covered in tentacles. So
we
Ah.
were more or less held hostage in the house because we couldn't leave due to the tentacles. If I remember correctly, we threw something like out a window at the tentacles and it like fucking disintegrated or something.
Yeah.
Or something happened to it and it was just like, well, we can't leave.
I think someone tried to attack a tentacle, and then it basically just zoop, filled up the hole.
Sort of scroll.
Yeah, our
We
motivation at the
also-
time was entirely just trying to get out of this place. We suddenly found ourselves in. But
We also-
immediately upon getting here, we're accosted by tentacle walls.
Mm-hmm.
The only safe haven seemed to be this house, which the door was open to, with two individuals beckoning us in, so we went in.
So
And-
you followed the directions of a stranger.
Well, if you're under attack and panicking, I mean, and somebody is offering their hand to help you, you
What
generally
was
take
attack-
it.
What was
The-
it that was attacking you?
The giant wall of tentacle.
And
The
fog.
tentacles
wall.
didn't. Yeah,
it was the
big
fog.
Was it the fog?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the fog
Tentacles were
first,
in the
and
house.
then we were going to wait out the fog basically because we were like, well, we're kind of stuck here for now, and then
We were
the
told it was going to
tentacles
kill us,
just-
basically, and we had to
Yeah.
run into the house.
and then the tentacles basically showed up and sealed off the house. And we eventually, looking back at my notes, we found a what is this? We found a scroll that more or less told us that we needed to. We were gonna the beast was going to fucking end us pretty much if we stayed in that house.
Hunger
Yes.
couldn't be sated.
Yeah, hunger can be satiated. We have
At the
to if we
stroke of
don't.
midnight.
If we be in the house by midnight, or else the beast hunger will not be satiated. Stuff like that.
Dasha wasn't there to
So that's-
be the custodian to the beast.
Drasha,
Dasha.
Drasha made you caretaker of the beast.
Yeah.
Use the necklace and speak the beast's name, and it'll calm it down. But don't be in the house at midnight.
And that
Or else
damn
beast hunger
dog,
will never be satiated. Oh yeah,
Lancelot.
magnificent son of a bitch.
All he wanted to do was play catch.
So technically, we were held hostage by the house, and our only
Yeah,
the only
sounds-
manner of escape was to kill the beast.
Sounds like the house did what it was designed to do based off what Strahd just said, is that he used it to select people or something.
So what you're saying is that they committed a crime against us first by holding us hostage.
Yep. We were just acting in self-defense.
Are you guys saying this out in character?
The
Or
last
are
bit.
you guys...
Self-preservation, self-defense. The house attacked first. The house seemed to do what it was designed to do based off what you said, Strahd, and we just went with it.
Makes sense.
You actually need like light to see. I'll just kind of mention that to Strahd.
Are you making him candles?
Yes. I'm making a candle.
I don't think
It's preferable. It makes things much easier to see.
But do you need like bright candle, or do you prefer like hollowed out where the flame is inside the wax, so it's just dimmed slightly?
I do enjoy a little dimness to my light.
Yeah. I'll put like a layer of it's just because we have some like wolf meat stuff, right? There's probably some fat on that. I'll take some fat out of that and put it on a layer of candles as I'm dipping it to make like a layer that I can slip off, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to make basically a hollow candle where the candle is
Got it.
inside another sheet of wax.
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
that you're making a candle with his pet's body parts.
I mean, I don't know that.
We know. We were
Um,
told that those were Strahd's like wolves.
Yeah.
Oh well, then
Yeah.
I
But
will.
it's-
I mean, if I have something else, I'll use something else.
Yeah,
Strahd
no,
doesn't know
it's-
those are his, that particular wolf fat. It could be fat from the town.
That's
Go ahead
true.
and roll a performance check to see
Oh boy,
how nicely this candle turns out.
it sure ain't.
I would say
Which-
because it's specifically candle making with beeswax, although there is a little bit of tallow in it, you can roll with advantage.
Probably that's how it's gonna fuck me up. What it is. Oh yes, the 0.
Huh.
Not great.
Not bad.
It's a decent candle. It's not like, a super fancy artisan candle that you'd find probably in your shop at home, but it's great for literally just busting out a fire and making candle on the middle of the road.
There was an attempt.
So Strahd, tell us more about
Well-
yourself. What are you why have you decided to rule over these lands?
Well, the lands needed a ruler. My family's been here for quite some time. At least in the lands close by, and many years ago, there was a war, and I was one of the soldiers in the war. Once the war had ended and the people here were freed, it is a beautiful land. I chose to stay. Who would not want to make their home here?
Are the undead rising up a normal occurrence?
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, who's to say that death should be the end of life? Undead can be contributing members of society, don't you think?
Not typically the mindless ones that just want to consume others, and they're not really contributing much.
Why not?
I mean, literally, they contribute nothing.
They contribute to population control.
Yeah. There's others that can do that, though. Others that can contribute to society and also control the population a little bit.
How so? If murder is such a bad thing, whereas these
Not
are
everything
creatures
has
that are
to murder.
looking to satiate themselves,
Well,
then how would you control the population?
I mean, population controls are usually natural. People live, people die.
Mm-hmm. No different than animals, correct?
Yes?
Well, what about the population control of, let's say, rodents in the forest? What helps control that population so it does not boom?
Technically,
large.
that's a bit. Hang on, it's druid things. Hold up.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, the population control is the responsibility of the one higher up on the food chain.
Mm-hmm.
Not entirely true when it comes to rats specifically. They kind of control themselves. Rats have an issue where they will just eat everything they possibly can, and when they do that, they boom out of control. When rats have babies, if there's not enough food, they actually eat their young, and that's one way to control population. Other than that, typically what happens is if there is a great growing season and there's a lot of food available to them, their population spirals out of control, and then they will end up either eating themselves or just simply having a mass die off because there is no food. I mean, with people though, you can generally be smart about the whole food and people ratio. You can either simply, not do the whole breeding thing, or you can take these here herbs to help with that, or do a number of other things. The options are there without, murder or getting to that point, or cannibalism, which is frowned upon in most cultures.
This is true. And this is perhaps, I used a poor example. I was looking more for birds of prey, such as owls, eagles, hawks, the ones higher up upon the food chain. Eat them to help with population control. They weed out some of the young, those that are weak, and those who are unable to survive. It is the natural order of things.
Yeah, but you can make the natural order run a little smoother with a little bit of help here and there.
True, but that would be assuming that, people don't look for ways to enjoy their days or evenings with each other. What herb is it that you speak of? I would be very intrigued to know if we have it available in these lands.
Well, there's also the. I'm just gonna Dungeons and Dragons. I'm gonna do the dumbest shit ever.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna take. I'm gonna go. Just give me a few moments, and I'm gonna go off into the woods for a sec.
As there's currently 30 wolves outside
Just-
watching us.
Just like going to get a small stick.
Okay. Oh no.
Oh yes. And be like, I mean, I feel like this is probably about average, and I'll whittle it down to whatever I think, average genitalia is.
Oh, dear God.
So
Dip it in the wet.
Covering Quaint's eyes.
What are you about to do?
You could just have people use something like this.
Oh god.
You want
I mean,
the
it
men
could be a
of
little
the land
sturdier,
to
probably different material.
dip themselves in hot wax.
No,
I
no,
mean,
no,
that's
no.
a
You
great way
see,
of population control.
you just put this right on. It's cool.
Hmm.
Oh dear.
Strahd looks funny and we all die.
Well,
Of all the people.
that is an interesting thought. Perhaps I should invite you up to the castle sometime and we can figure out a way to both create and distribute such devices.
I mean, there's other options as well. I just, this is just off the top of my head what I could possibly think of.
Of course, of course. You are a master chandler. Why would you not think to solve your problem with wax?
I don't know how effective it would be, but that would be something we'd have to.
No, we don't. We really don't. I don't even know why we went there in this conversation,
Look, all right.
let alone test it.
Mr. Druid, he knows all about the birds and the bees.
Apparently.
I believe someone who controls wolves knows about the birds and the bees.
I've been known to dabble. Well, it has been quite an eye-opening experience. Meeting all of you. And I'm glad that I had withheld judgment. You are very interesting.
That's it's an interesting word for saying a bunch of weirdos, but okay.
Perhaps, but are we not all a little bit weird?
Say it. Say it. Don't say it. I'll say it.
There is another question that I have for you. Perhaps with your interesting frame of mind here, with Miss Irina Kolyana, I have claimed her and marked her as my own twice. Ismark Kolyanovich has defied me by keeping his sister from me. My question is this. Why should I, as his lord, not punish him for his disloyalty?
Marked in
Go
way.
Oh dear, you haven't told them, have you? Irina is just standing there staring at the ground, does not say anything.
And what exactly does the marking entail? Because you say claimed is your own. Typically, that would mean ownership, which is also not ideal in civilized cultures.
What
Even
was
most
it?
uncivilized cultures, it's not ideal.
Darling Rua had mentioned committing a bond.
Well, those
You-
particular bonds have to go both ways. I mean, if if it's a choice between two people, mutual trust and respect, and so
Well,
on and so forth.
She invited me into her home twice.
I mean, I would invite you into my home. That's just the nice thing to do.
Was consensual.
Yes, but just inviting somebody into your home isn't necessarily creating a lifelong or we're aware that he's a vampire, right?
No.
Oh, okay. A lifelong bond then is something generally not just inviting somebody in would do. Otherwise, I would have a lot of bonds.
Do you not?
Sorry.
It depends on how personal those bonds are. Like, I have repeat customers for the candles.
Fab gets around.
Mm. You have repeat customers for your, and he looks specifically down at the stick. Candles.
It's still being workshopped, all right?
Sounds like a bond to me.
Well, okay, but that's not... I have an apprentice. I do not
It's
have
just
Oh.
getting worse.
Is this so?
Dude, Deb.
children.
just
Thank you very
Deb.
much.
Deb.
You know... just... It's not...
Just
Hi, baby
I
girl.
like they're friends. Are you
Mm.
saying your bond with Irina here is your friends? Or is it like, do you take being invited into a home as more than just friends? Or acquaintances, or friendly acquaintances?
Well, I don't think we have the same definition of friends or friendly acquaintances or you know what? In order to help you cease digging deeper down than you already have.
He's a badger, it's what he does.
I am very good at digging, this is true.
Things are starting to make more sense. I will agree to overlook Ismark's transgressions, so long as he does not defy me or act to counter my will as his lord again. And dear Irina, if you wish to go, you are free to depart these crossroads safely. I will not stop you.
Inside check.
Go ahead.
Sheet. God damn, I have a high insight. The fuck?
Whoa.
He's on the up and up.
More insight. More insight.
He is willing to let her
Wisdom.
I know, but
leave the crossroads safely, and he's willing to overlook Ismark's transgressions as long moving forward as long as he doesn't defy him again.
To be honest, just speaking from an outsider's point of view, he has no choice but to follow your every word to save the other villagers.
What do you mean?
Is it not often that one who managerial he was a chief, right?
What?
What? Bismarck?
What was Bismarck. Was he the
Some
chief?
guy.
Wait, he wasn't the
He was
chief?
no, he was the burgomaster's son. So the burgomaster is similar to like the mayor or duke of the town, essentially.
Does the burgomaster's son become the burgomaster later?
There was some allusion to that. However, it seemed like the citizens were not fans of him.
Mhm.
You guys didn't really talk about it, though.
Gotcha. Well, he probably does not want to cause any more trouble for his people, so he probably
Yes,
would
baby.
most likely follow you.
Yes, baby.
Well, let's hope for it to be so. The village has occurred many losses recently, and I would hate to see for those to continue.
I would just let that threat pass on by. Well,
Well, this has been fun. I do hope that you enjoy my lands, and should you need anything, please do not hesitate to call upon Castle Ravenloft. I do have some previous engagements I need to deal with, though, so I shall take my leave. Unless, of course, you had any other questions you wanted to ask.
What gives you the right to be lord of this land?
I have earned it. I protected this land. My blood, sweat, tears.
Protected it from who
For what?
or what?
That is a long tale into the history of this land. Is that
Yeah, but
something
what-
that you wish to go in now, on the side of the road? Or I could gather up some literature for you, and upon our next meeting, provide it to you so you can learn more about the land that you are in.
you hear in the background, I'll take the book!
I am sure you will, darling Rua. Unfortunately, I do not have it with me. But once I get it, I will ensure that I obtain 2 copies. One for you. Perhaps one for a friend.
Graciously, thank you.
Very welcome, my dear.
You said we don't know that he's a vampire?
No, you guys don't know. He's been referred to as the Devil Strahd.
Yeah, he a devil.
For all we know, we could probably think of him as like an evil ruler. That's why he's called the devil.
Yeah.
Just based off of his looks alone, would I get a wait? I thought that guy told us, the guy that was in the basement, the priest's kid.
Mhm.
I thought he told us that he was more or less a vampire because he got turned. He was one of Strahd's. What's the word? Not children.
Oh, vampire spawn.
Yeah, vampire spawn.
Spawn.
So you guys, he didn't tell you guys that Strahd had turned him. You guys had understood that he was part of an uprising against Strahd,
Oh, that's right.
in which is why the city itself was attacked. And he was sent back with the forces that had attacked, and his dad had locked him in the basement.
That's right. Because he had his vampire hunter, or the guy wrote guides on vampires, Rudolph. I want to be free from Strahd. Blah blah
I
blah.
wonder how he's doing.
Yeah. Can we kind of get an inkling that he is just based off how he looks compared to what's his face, the guy that we met earlier? Do they look somewhat similar? We've dealt with
I mean,
so much damn undead at this point.
Spawns and vampires, two very different things.
He looks different.
Okay.
The other Doru, the guy that you met, he was like pretty beaten up looking. He was gaunt, very, very skinny. I mean, they're both pale, but many people in this land are pale to begin with.
Rothon's pretty pale.
There's not a lot of sun. Rothon is incredibly pale.
I'm not from the land,
Your
so
hair is pale as
So?
hell.
that is true.
We don't even know where we are.
I know I'm not from this
Um,
land.
I know, but I'm saying we don't know where we are. This could be another area that's of pale people.
I'd say that you guys definitely have an inkling. Like, it's not
Okay.
unobvious, but you also don't know for certain would be the
Yes.
Something's
best.
definitely non-human about this guy.
Yeah,
He's,
yeah. There's
he's sus, but we're not 100% sure.
yeah.
Got it.
It's like you know that one magician who like I'm pretty sure is a vampire.
Oh.
Looks like vampire. Looks like a vampire and Michael Jackson had a baby.
What?
Oh, fuck.
He
Oh,
does.
Chris Angel?
Wait, are we talking about a real
Yes.
person now?
Yes. That guy.
Oh. They were
Well,
just
I
giving
mean-
like a general description. I was like, what?
Well, I was thinking about like think about the movie Blade and how they portrayed vampires. They don't look any different, really.
Yeah.
Some are paler, yeah, but
Yeah.
and then vampires spawn or those that go hungry or anything. They're very clearly something else.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I was wondering, because you gave him the description of his claws and he's very pale and all this stuff. I was like, does he seem similar to?
I mean,
What's
he
his face? So
seems
it's on,
human
like,
with extra steps, human-esque.
Which could be a devil or a demon.
Could be a devil.
that's
Could
fair.
be a demon.
I mean, hell, if Theb
We
turns
have
into a fucking
vampire spawn
badger.
at home.
Rothon literally looks like a zombie.
I do not look like a zombie.
Yeah, same. Close enough.
You
Look
guys
undead.
are
Not
hanging
really.
out with a walking,
Not really.
talking owl. There's
Yeah.
a blue lady with horns. I mean,
Yeah.
Mister, he changes his hair all the time.
Oh, my bad.
I'm just listing stuff here.
We have someone who physically changes himself.
in
To a
in this
badger.
world, looking less than what is typically human isn't necessarily cause for concern because there is a lot of
It could be a lot of
not
different things.
Yeah.
quite human looking
Yeah,
things.
He's sus, but not like, okay, we can guarantee
Oh, he's sus as
this.
fuck.
But yeah.
TLDR, no matter his race, he's probably still a dick.
Oh yeah, 100% asshole.
Actually, let's do this.
Actually,
Oh no.
he gives you guys 5,000 gold. And
Still
a
a
bus
dick.
ticket out.
Handle.
And a bus
I mean,
ticket out.
Okay, bye.
I mean,
Fully
Theb is a
gave that
Theb joined
candle
the
stuff.
fan club
That's
already.
I mean, is he gone yet? Did he leave?
Hope not.
I mean, he was getting ready to leave. He had asked if you guys had any other questions or anything, and then
I hope we're not saying this in character.
I assume you were not.
No.
If you want to, we
Just
can
go.
address that.
No.
Gonna use Primeval Awareness, but I have one spell slot left, and I'm like, we don't have any healers.
You're gonna get
Good.
haunted by like wraiths the moment you cast that.
He's got
Oh no,
good
it
berries.
doesn't. The worst part is that it doesn't. I read it. It doesn't tell you the location of them. It just says, or the number. It's like, yeah, there's a shitload within a mile of you.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, how
oh,
kind.
that's nice. It's like, this is not the greatest ability.
Yeah, I don't know why it uses a spell slot. It's stupid.
I'm like, this just tells me that there's one in the area of a mile. It doesn't say their location or their number. So there could be 500 undead. It could just be him. And it
Yep.
costs a spell
He's-
slot.
Yep,
Secretly,
Rangers.
he's 3 goblins in a trench coat.
are trash.
No, I get it. I
Base
feel like they're
Rangers.
not trash. I just feel like they get fucked over. Like there's some shit
There's
that I'm
like-
in here that I'm like, really?
Well, there's like so
Why?
many things that should have been tweaked. Like Hunter's Mark should be an ability, not a spell.
Yeah.
Primeval Awareness should not use a spell slot.
I'd be fine if they made like the extended version of Hunter's Mark. Like if you want to track it for 8 hours, that should be a spell. That's fine. Like you want to extend it, you have to use a spell slot. But the basic one, fuck that.
Rothon, can
Yeah.
you please roll a shit, I just closed it.
Roll for heart
Religion
attack.
check.
Penguin down.
Fuck his religion? There it is. It's gonna be bad. It's not.
Yeah, he's a vampire.
Okay.
Yeah, just straight up. Yeah, he's a vampire.
Just looking at him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fair. Just make it easy. You're trained in fighting shit. You would know.
Fighting shit.
I mean, isn't undead your favorite enemy?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I,
Yeah.
I had to give a reason for my character to be here. And that was the first thing I thought of. I'm like, huh. Sure, I want to play a ranger. What's the reason? This. Well, there's reasons, but I was like, yep, this is a good story reason, sure.
Yeah. He vamp.
He a
Alright,
vamp. He got fangs.
thank you,
Well-
gracious DM.
You're welcome. Of course. Well, I shall bid you farewell. And have a wonderful evening. It seems as if the sun is starting to go down. I would suggest perhaps make a camp before it gets too dark. These roads can be dangerous at night. Lots of animals.
Oh, great.
And he gets inside the carriage. And as the carriage driver closes the door, you guys hear movement as 6 dire wolves emerge from the woods. They all stare at you for a
The one
moment.
that was attacking me.
What?
Do I see the one that we were attacking?
The one that ran off.
Not that you can tell. I mean, it just looks like other
The
dire
bigger than
wolves.
usual one.
But they flank the carriage. These are all similar to the larger than normal.
Hmm.
But they flank the carriage. The carriage driver grabs the reins, and they continue on down the road with the wolves surrounding the carriage.
They're the big boys.
How far are we from the camp place?
Town.
You guys are still about 3 hours out.
Rocky.
It's fucking geese.
So
just go.
he leaves and I'm like, I've never heard of anybody personally congratulating or welcoming people to his area, so he must be worried about us or something.
I highly doubt he's worried about us.
You say that.
He
But I
could have killed all of us, I believe, if he had wanted to.
Sizing us up. We'll win.
Kane's right.
Irene, do you want to talk about it now or later?
We should
Um,
move. We can talk on the road if you want.
Yeah, I assume that we're talking while walking.
Okay.
I had invited him. He is quite charming.
Hmm.
And she reaches up and removes the scarf from around her neck. And you see on either side of her neck 2 wounds. Each wound consists of 2 puncture marks. He fed upon me twice.
I'm sorry, he fed?
Yeah, as in her blood.
At this
Did
point,
you-
we can just assume that he's a vampire, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Did you allow him to?
Yes.
Is that all he did was feed on you?
Yes.
And so, because of that, he believes you are betrothed? I'm
All
sorry,
he
I do not
needs-
quite understand.
Is to feed upon me one more time. And I become like him.
Side-eye Rothon.
We just kind of looking at her with a very pitied look.
It is the curse of redheads in this land.
Has he done this to others that you know of?
It's been a while, but yes, I am not the first. I will not be the last.
What happens after if you become like him?
I become his consort.
So many. Wait, does that mean he has multiple consorts currently?
Probably.
I imagine so, yes.
The urge to just bombast this guy.
So, what's the point of taking you to Balakai? Are you going to be
There-
safe there?
There is a church there that is known for helping those in need. And with it being a church, you know, he's not supposed to be able to enter. And that is why Ismark wants me to go. He knows
Hmm.
about the bites.
Would I know if that whole church thing is possibly just an old wives' tale, or if there's some inkling of truth to it, besides the whole being invited in thing?
There's the invited in, and I would say, especially considering with the entire previous exchange, you held a bottle of holy water behind your back.
Yeah.
But you do believe, yes.
Okay. He might not be able to get in there, but I'm sure some of his minions could. But it is probably a safer bet than anywhere else.
That is the plan.
He'll also put the vials of holy water away.
Okay.
he just swoops back like, aha!
I knew it. You all saw it. All right. So do you guys intend to continue traveling the 3 hours to get there or camp for the night?
Well, it depends how dark is it getting?
The sun is just about to set.
How exhausted is everybody?
I mean, I'm not exhausted. We didn't really do anything.
I don't think we're.
Don't have much spells, but other than that,
We
it's not
both
bad.
got eaten by wolves.
I don't think we're. I don't think I'm exhausted at all. I have one spell left, but I don't really use my spells anyway, so
Yeah, I have one
Say
spell
we
left.
go
That's about
on.
it.
I say we go on and maybe at a quickened pace.
Okay. Assuming you guys had started walking, Theb, are you walking with them or are you still at the crossroads making your candles?
God damn it.
Well, What's it? How much wax did it give me?
I'd say a block, probably about the size of a bar of soap. Nothing.
So there's probably
Huge.
I'm probably done then, because like
Okay.
making a candle that is basically a candle inside like a sheet of wax, because like the
Mhm.
whole thing there would be to make a sheet of wax to where the candle on the inside would burn without, which is like casting a like warm glow instead of actually being candlelight.
Kind of like a rolled candle with
Ye-
the wick in the middle thing.
Yeah, but like it's basically just like two pieces, so there's a gap, so the candle like the candle flame doesn't burn the outside wax, and it's just like a
Got
thin
it.
sheet of wax on the outside to cover it, just
Okay.
ambient lighting. So that
Yeah.
would probably have taken all of it.
Okay.
So he gave me a wax bar and I made him a fancy candle, and that was about it.
Got it. You did find as you melted the wax that pinkish hue to it, the flowers released more of their color upon remelting it to give it its shape, and the candle is now almost more of a crimson color.
Love candle.
Does not surprise me. But now I'll have a Strahd candle to give to Strahd.
Roll a nature check for me really quick.
I have that. I do druid things.
He says,
Concerned if you
not
didn't.
having nature things.
Nat one.
18
Oh,
plus 2.
yeah.
That means I'm screwed.
It took you a little bit because you were more focused on the wax itself, but like the quality of the wax. But upon seeing the flecks of the flowers that were in there and the way that it changes colors, you know that the types of flowers are a crimson amaranth. They smell really nice, but they are also widely known as a flower called Love Lies Bleeding.
Hmm. Well, alrighty.
Okay. So you guys continue. The sun sets. The familiar small blanket of fog rolls in, obscuring the ground beneath your feet, but not covering it fully. About 15 to 20 minutes after you guys are walking, a shape starts to emerge within the fog off on the side of the road. Excuse me. As you get closer, you start to hear a creaking sound, as if something moving within the wind. Getting closer still, the silhouette of a lone gallows comes into form, with a body swaying. The creaking coming from the rope.
The wope.
The rope.
The pesky wabbit.
As you get closer,
Damn it.
the body becomes more distinct. You recognize the form. Cain. You have a moment where you are staring at yourself, hanging from the gallows. Just a few moments later, as you guys are looking at this sight, you hear a loud, distressed caw from above. When suddenly something falls from the sky, slamming onto the road in front of you. A raven with blue-tipped wings, which, Quaint, I believe, you recognize.
No, I don't.
I think Quaint or Rua.
Might be
Who was the
Rua.
one that saw the birds in the village?
You
There were
mean-
various ravens looking around
I mean,
Oh, no,
on
those,
top of the
did
building.
we all see
it
ravens?
was. Are you talking about when John was sitting on top of the building for the night, or
It was
some other
John.
time?
Okay.
It was John.
Yeah, sorry. So Kane, you
Oh.
recognize this raven. Because it was slightly larger than the other ones, and then the tips of the wings being a little bit more blue.
Mhm.
Its wings and torso have been penetrated by several dozen shimmering silvery barbs. Kind of flaps its wings, struggling to get up, but unable to do so. Then a terrible grating shriek cracks through the din, and an enormous bird of sorts, at least bird shaped. As it gets closer, you realize that it's crafted of wood, animal skins, burlap, and hundreds of black raven feathers. And it descends from the sky, landing on the ground, spreading its wings, its head bowing down. It almost has the look of an owl-shaped scarecrow.
Is it close to the raven thing?
Its head is bobbing, and it is approaching the raven.
Quint will jump forward, drawing her dagger, and stand over the raven. Like, avast ye! You won't get this raven today!
All right.
will
A
draw.
fluttering. Sorry, what was that?
Let's say
Al-
Rothon will draw his longbow and hold an attack.
Also,
on the
how
bird.
large is this thing compared to Quint?
Ask. Stab first, ask later. Let's go.
It is fairly big. Enormous would be a good word.
Oh my god.
It's a
Let's
giant,
say in D&D terms, it's a large creature.
it's a giant owl Trojan horse looking thing.
So it's large enough for things to be inside of its belly?
Here, let me.
Have we had a short rest since the wolves?
No, we continued walking.
Yeah, that's a big ass bird.
That's
It's considered
big.
large.
Yeah,
Um,
considering birds are considered tiny in the D&D world.
This is Shauna's way of spawning owlbears.
I didn't mishear it. You said it's made of wood
and burlap.
and burlap, and raven
And
feathers,
Here,
and it's owl shaped.
put a picture in party chat.
Oh,
The PNG name.
Oh, that's not
just-
at all what I was thinking.
yeah, I like the name. Can we just call it that from now
Yeah,
on?
that's cool.
I don't know what the PNG name is. I didn't
Oh.
see it.
I thought you meant the name on the picture. I'm assuming that's the artist, but still, I like. the name
Oh,
for the bird,
Caleb
too.
Cleveland.
Yeah, I like the name for the
Hey,
bird.
Caleb. Yeah. A flutter of wings, or wings of sorts, accompanies the head bobbing as two swarms of smaller variations of whatever this creature is lands on either side of the road.
Yep, it's Jackal.
Tackle
Quaint
it.
scoops up the raven. Where's the raven?
Is that the Raven?
This one here.
Quaint, where are you? Yeah, fuck you! I'm smaller than the raven.
Yeah. Here, I'm just gonna scooch you. There. That way you guys can be at the same square because you're
don't-
both tiny. So
Why
I
token
am
so
or
not-
you're
gigantic?
small.
I am
Sorry, you're not
small.
tiny. You're
How dare you? Either
Well,
way,
I
I
need you to move. I don't want to run over your tail. Move, please.
and I stick it inside my handkerchief.
Okay.
You suffocating it?
No,
At this
I'm
point,
holding
I'm gonna need
it.
everybody to roll initiative. Dun dun dun.
We're missing 2 people on this board right now. Slackers.
Everybody's
Is
like,
it-
really, really, Quaint, really? Like, what are you doing?
Well, did it actively? It didn't actively attack you, right?
Not yet.
Okay, then never mind. I was holding an attack.
Why
but
do
it
I
hasn't
roll
attacked her, then.
really shit? Like, I've never rolled a
That's fine.
really good initiative.
There we go.
Good John took
Check
it.
to come up.
I'm so sorry.
Like,
Oh,
what
mister,
the
I got a
fuck?
+5 to my initiative.
Yeah.
I have a 4. I
Jesus.
rolled a 4.
Is your initiative correct?
Mine?
No, hold
No.
on. Let me clear.
Jordan's.
Remove all turns.
Because,
It had initiative. Oh, like her.
yeah, our bonus.
A
I
4
thought
to initiative?
Swashbucklers had a bonus to it.
Is it kind of like Dread Ambusher where it has a bonus, but it's a bonus based off of something?
Yeah, based
One
on
of your
something else.
modifiers?
I
'Cause
thought
mine's
so.
based off my wisdom modifier.
Let me check.
Yeah, charisma modifier. Which, I don't know what Quentin's charisma modifier is.
0.
There we go, that's why.
Yeah, that'd be why.
Yeah, I don't
Terrible
care about-
swashbuckler.
Yeah, I don't care about charisma. I care about dex.
It seems
And-
weird to have it be charisma.
It's because it's the class being
Because-
swashbuckler.
They're
Yeah, I
pirate
know. They're
shit.
They're
yeah.
charismatic by
Yeah,
nature.
Quaint is not
Oh.
charismatic. Quaint is. She pretends like she is.
The
Pardon me.
worst pirate.
that could be charismatic. You're just pretending to be. There's a lot of ways to do charisma.
Anti-charisma.
She
Yeah.
is.
Oh no.
She is basically Reepicheep from the Chronicles of Narnia, if you guys have read the book or seen the movies. Except she's not a rat. She's an owl.
So she is an owl.
No, she's not.
Dun dun dun. Confirmation.
She might as well
Yeah.
be an owl with the amount of times that people say she's an owl.
Yeah, at this point you're just now. It's been, what's that
Just-
word?
I accept
Nobody
it.
knows what owls look like anymore, okay? It's just.
When
it's
You
just
look like
Quaint.
an owl.
With
The monster's
extra
fun of
arms.
this. Oh hey look, it's
Well,
Quaint.
yeah, but you still look like an owl.
Seb, would you mind putting your character on the map, please?
Do I just drag it?
Drag
Yeah,
your-
you drag your character
From your journal.
sheet, basically.
No. I'd not done that before.
I thought I added. Did I not do it?
Strange. Hell yeah.
Oh, I forgot to hit enter. So rude.
Tisk.
Why are your stats all weird?
Why?
You want me to put my initiative in or just leave it?
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
I'm putting them in right now.
I
I had
don't wanna
already
mess
put
with
them
it.
in, but then it would like
Yeah.
because I didn't hit enter. I just went to the next one. It was like
I
screw
did.
you.
Yeah, I didn't want to break it.
No worries. Thank you.
I entered mine.
All right.
Wow.
So we'll go ahead and start the initiative. Why are you so large?
I don't know. Once you
he
shrink me
casts-
down, I'm gonna
casts-
make it choose it as my
He
select
casts
token.
He casts enlarge on himself.
I know.
for him,
I would never take that stupid ass ability spell
All right.
This is
You should be able to
stupid.
still like move yourself. I just made you.
because it's very niche.
Yeah, it needs to
What?
pick.
Sounds
Not
just like
niche.
it sounds like
Very
fun just
niche.
to fuck around with it.
Yeah.
Wait, did they make it enlarged? Is it one spell enlarge reduce, or is it
Yeah,
two spell? Okay,
that's the same spell.
okay.
It's dumb.
All right.
So say it.
I feel like I'm tiny.
I mean, it's large.
No, I mean, like,
Only a little bit.
Seb was like, Seb's like a
It's
monster
much
over
bigger
here.
now.
Okay. Oh, sorry, shit. We're back.
Yeah, she's halfway down the initiative. list.
Actually, this would be a good time before we start combat. We'll go ahead and take a break now.
There we
So
go.
if anyone needs to use the restroom or get any food stuff or whatever.
Or whatever.
10-ish minutes.
Excuse me.
Let me take a look. I know you just read it. I do better
Yeah, no, I know, I get
visually
it.
seeing it.
I think it's only on the second one. It's based off of reading it, anyways.
Got it. So yeah, yeah, I'd read it as the same. If you take an attack action on that turn, you can make one additional.
So I know you'd take a second attack. It's just I don't know where if I add the 1d8 to both or just one of them.
Sounds like it's just one of them.
Okay, I'm gonna say it goes on the second one because that's what it sounds like to me.
That's
Mostly.
what I read it too.
Yeah. Second one, it's the exact same thing.
Yeah. That misses.
Does it miss or does it hit?
I'm fucking with you. It hits.
Okay. And then
It missed the first time, or hit the first time, missed the second time.
I was like, what happened? So an extra 3 damage.
All right. $22 damage off the rip.
Sick of these fucking birds. Not you, Quinn. I'm gonna go over here underneath this tree and kind of.
Giving the bird
Why?
is a free action, right?
Yep.
All right, sweet. And I'm just gonna hang out like behind the tree,
Okay.
tempting to hide as best I can, but probably won't actually hide.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
That's it. I can do nothing else.
Perfect. Kane, you are up.
Mm-hmm. Drawing my spear. Oh, being limited on spells, I'll run forward.
Did you cover it in wax first?
No.
Okay.
To there. And I guess I'll just attack.
All right.
Wow. A 3.
That'll miss.
Because you've gotten behind him, John.
No. I don't think I can move that fast. That was 25 feet.
Oh yeah, never mind. I forgot we were pretty far back.
Actually,
You go to stab
no,
it.
I can't get to there now.
With the spear, and it looks like you're about to hit, but the spot that you hit is part of the wing area where it's just burlap. So as you hit, it just flips the burlap back.
I will then cast Hexblade's Curse on it.
Mhm. Okay. Perfect. All right. Does that wrap up your turn,
Yep.
sir?
This is my turn.
Perfect. We come up to the first swarm here. And it's going to rush Quaint. Since you have the Raven, and it's going to make a beak attack.
Pika!
Caw! That will be a 23 to hit.
Holy fuck balls. That hits.
And it'll do a whopping 3 damage as they swarm around you, pecking, trying to get basically into your handkerchief.
They ain't gonna.
And we come up to Thed.
The danger. I'm assuming I could understand nothing about it if it was trying to talk. This does not seem
I
very
would say
animal to me.
that's safe to assume, yeah. It might be in the shape of an animal, but it's like a weird...
Definitely does not look like it's having a good day if it is an animal. Some horrific
Definitely not.
abomination.
It's like some preschooler's art project gone wrong.
Yeah. I have spells. But why would I use spells when I can run up and hit it with a stick? Where's the...
Seems legit.
Yeah, there we go. 35. I can't get it this turn. Never mind.
You can hit the little birds.
Are they also aggressive?
All of them. They just
They
don't
just
protect
attacked
me.
Quaint.
Yeah.
I don't know if that counts as aggressive. That's just
Oh,
birds
jeez.
being territorial.
Well,
though.
so they as well,
Damn.
they look like birds on here, but it's a small swarm of smaller versions. So instead of looking like a large owl, they look like crows, but made out of the same sticks, burlap, feathers.
Oh, okay.
Are you
Well,
really
in
not
that
going to
case, I
stand
can
up to
just do
bullying? God.
produce flame. Oh my god, I haven't played a spellcaster in a while. Do that. I'll do that. How do I do that?
Spell save.
Yeah, just range spell attack. Okay, so that's just standard. It uses wisdom, right?
You use wisdom, or the bird
Oh
uses
yeah,
wisdom?
make a
Well,
ranged
I
spell
use
attack.
wisdom. You range spell attack, is that dex or is that...
That's your spellcasting ability modifier, which is
Okay.
wisdom.
Gotcha. Wisdom.
Plus your proficiency.
Mm-hmm. That'll do it.
Just did that. And I'll scooch myself. That's not the right button, it's this button. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 over here. And then, that's action. I cannot do another, yeah, I can't do, like, Shillelagh, that's because that's technically a bonus action. Is that the rule on spells? One spell per
Would
turn?
you, before we do that, do you want to roll your damage?
Probably a good idea.
I think Shillelagh, I think it just transforms your stuff so you can do it.
Yeah.
48.
Nice.
That
Solid
laugh.
1 fire damage.
Hey, you hit it.
Okay. Well, then I'll also shillelagh my shillelagh.
You'll shillelagh your shillelagh?
Yeah, it's technically a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Boom.
it's just also a spell.
Yeah, it's making
they're
your
both
weapon magical, and it becomes a D8 damage. Lasts for a minute. Not concentration.
And use
Okay.
your ability modifier instead of your strength for the attack.
Yes.
Yep. Which is very good for somebody who's not very strong.
Sweet. All right.
You sure we looked at it and you're
Rua.
the strongest out of all of us?
Make
it's-
a Rua the day.
Yum. Nom nom.
Also
I'm gonna
makes
try
weapon
to
magical.
blast this one.
Yeah, it's a
Wait,
big
no.
thing.
Yeah, that
It's
was
a really
nice.
good spell for
Seems
any
like it.
kind of druid that wants to melee.
I'm gonna repel it, or try to at least.
On a spear. What staff you're holding?
Eldritch Blast. Yeah, you hit it.
Can you roll
Um,
higher than a 1? Good.
Woohoo!
Wow. That's some damage.
And you did repelling blast.
Yep.
10 feet, correct?
That's
Yep.
damage.
Boom. All right. Any bonus? Oh, yeah. Bonus actions or anything else?
How many spells do I have? Oh, right. Warlock spells are weird.
Yeah, because Eldritch Blast is a cantrip, so you can actually use a spell, right?
If it's a bonus action.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just walk this way 10 feet.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Next swarm of birds. Same thing, targeting the raven within Quait's grasp. I assume your body is covering the raven. Is this correct?
Yes.
So it'll hit you with a 12?
No.
All right. They just annoyingly flutter all around. Last but not least is our buddy's turn. Let's see who did. Okay. So this, having been hit by Rothon. Yep.
Did hard too.
Ignore the raven for a moment, and it's going to hit you with a wonderful multi-attack.
Wait,
Starting
John or
off.
me?
Oh wait, is it attacking me?
Oh wait, where did?
Rothon's way over
yeah,
here.
That's right.
I'm way
Yeah,
the fuck
sorry.
not- I'm
Yeah.
nowhere near that shit.
I whiffed. It has no reason to fear
There
me.
you are. You're all the way there. Okay.
I don't know.
I was zoomed in too far. My bad.
I'm somewhere else entirely.
But it will.
And I look nothing like him.
Yeah, but it also might think that
It's-
you attacked it.
It's just the white hair.
It's
That's it.
going to.
My hair white right now?
Well, actually, I don't know. That's a good question.
Oh, I gotta check. Hold
This guy.
on.
No, it's still going to go for Rothon. It's going to take to the air.
Do I get to
King,
attack it?
you will get an opportunity of attack.
Yes. Roll 19. Come on.
Do
Yeah.
I not get an opportunity of attack?
Natural 20.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
Technically, yes, because you are adjacent to it as well.
Gain bonus to
quite-
damage rolls against
also
cursed
a good
target.
one.
Bonus equals. Oh man, my proficiency modifier of isn't it 2? Oh man, +2.
Hell yeah.
I would like to stabby.
Go
Oh,
for it.
I clicked on your attack. 10 plus 8. Oh, did it roll the crit? It didn't roll the
Alright.
crit, so that's 18.
Wait, yours will miss.
20 damage.
20 damage.
It's okay.
Plus 2 for my
I'm protecting the raven.
Hexblade
Yep.
curse.
Plus 2. So 22 total.
No, 20 total. Did 18 damage.
Did it add the...
It didn't
Did you
add the plus
oh, duh.
2.
I'm a ding-dong. Got it. Yeah.
Did you do the
But I read
crit?
that as 12.
Yeah, I crit. The 10, and then the 8. Two weapon die.
That thing's like, well, I should have just stayed there. He did more damage to me.
No, I did 2 less
Yeah.
than him.
Did you hit it, Jordan? Or no?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I did 2 less than him. He still gets targeted.
Yup.
This
I'm
man.
squishy.
So, let's see. Where was it?
You say I'm squishy or
Yeah, I'm squishy.
okay? So I was like, you're squishy.
Okay.
That's
So-
22 HP.
The first one is it's going to go at you with a bite for
Yeah.
23.
It's got teeth.
Nah, 23 don't hit.
Like a peck bite.
Well, it was
Actually,
23.
I'm like, what kind of bird?
Nah, man. Nah.
That'll be 5 damage.
I'm a paladin.
I'm a pal. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then a claw attack. 2 claw attacks. The first one being a 10, which I'm assuming misses.
Misses.
And then second being a 17.
That does hit.
And that'll do 5 slashing. So 10 damage total, 5 piercing, 5 slashing.
Ow.
Got this, Rothon.
Fuck you, bird.
Alright, and then we come up to Quaint.
I round on this thing. This one.
Okay.
And attack it with my
Alright,
tacky stick.
with your attacky stick.
Fuck
Very
this
good.
game. Literally have not rolled higher. Not even
feel it.
rolled higher than a 10.
I feel it.
Is Rothon wise?
He's
I
pretty
have
wide.
opinion.
14. Is that a good?
That's quite a bit above average.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trusting you to roll high.
For what?
Uh-oh.
Don't worry about it.
I'm about to bounce out of here.
Go ahead, Quaint.
I will also bonus action disengage
Got it.
behind the druid. The bird
Okay.
comes with me, but I can't bring the bird.
No, you disengage from the
Alright.
bird too. You don't get to bring it.
Goodbye, bird.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck this.
They're-
That was
they're
your
here for you, not
disengage.
me.
You chuck the bird.
The bird's faces.
Not worth.
No, no.
Alright.
We're not even related.
Back to top of the round. Rothon, you are up.
Are these squares somewhat accurate?
5,
Okay, cool.
5
I'm
feet.
just hoping to. I'm hoping that's correct. I'm gonna look at the bird, look at Rua. Peace. And I'm fucking blessing of the Raven Queen out.
Is it a free action to flip him off?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
him the
sorry,
bird?
I'll lead it away. And I'm just gonna go. Let's see, hold on. Make sure I have this right. Yeah, that's 30 feet. Okay.
There you go.
Out of the way.
What, are you gonna misty step or something?
You can't. You got to actually move your character. You can't hit spacebar.
Okay. Damn, I keep trying to and I
I
can't.
know.
Like,
I do the same
I like-
thing.
move, damn it! I'm gonna bonus action blessing of the Raven Queen and go over here. And then
Got it.
take my. How far does this bow go again?
More than long enough. You're good.
I would say it's a long
Longbows
bow.
are like
Oh, yeah.
120 base,
Yeah,
300
it's a long ass
secondary.
fucking. It goes forever. All
Does
right,
this one
then
look
take
tattered?
my 30 feet.
This one here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks very tattered.
I'm gonna take my other 30 feet and go over there.
Wow.
I'm gonna lead it away.
Kind of jump out of the bushes at him and just like drag
Just
him away.
more dogs.
Well,
Did this thing look fucked up at all? I mean, other than it already is.
Well,
I mean, there's like some broken twigs.
I'm gonna guess it's probably hard to tell because
There's a pretty good rip in its burlap from
I am
the,
now
spear attack.
going to attempt to shoot it with a longbow because that's all I got.
Fire!
Fire!
Plus. All I see is a plus sign.
Yep, you will hit it.
Nice.
Mhm.
It was close. You have a feeling that you would not have hit it if you weren't so good at archery.
Oh man. Another 10 piercing. Look at that.
Then I sit and duck behind the log.
Cool. Scaredy cat move. I mean, Kane, it's your turn.
I'm a ranged character. This is how
So am
ranged
I.
characters
I'm a
work.
caster.
you jerk.
And I ran at it.
You have a melee weapon. I've got a fucking dagger.
That's a melee weapon.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's a melee weapon. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and it sucks.
You want a stick? I'll get you a
You-
stick.
No, you
you
should
have-
not
you
accept
have a
any
good-
sticks from Theb.
No,
Just make
thanks.
sure it's coated in wax first.
I'm good.
Um,
If I
You know.
was not a ranged character, I would have stayed. I am not.
Hey, just so everyone's aware, I mean, honey can also be used as a lubricant.
I did not need that. I'm gonna put away my honey
can you
drink.
check
now.
something real
Yeah,
quick?
except you have to be careful for its sugar content.
I have.
Yeah, but it's
honey
an
water
antiseptic, so
exchange.
it works.
Yeah.
Not that anybody should do that. I'm just saying you can.
No, it is an antiseptic, but also,
I don't recommend it. You can do it. Just
Don't
you know.
but it is the only food that technically never goes bad.
Yeah, pretty much. It's fantastic. Honey is great. You can also use it for field dressing wounds. Fantastic. That and some devil's nettle, some yarrow.
Anyways,
Okay. I have a quick question for the DM.
that is an adult somewhere.
Magic missile. I
Yep,
get
it's
3 darts
magical.
that I fire.
Okay.
Am I rolling 3 separate damage die?
I would say yes because it's 3 separate darts and you can hit 3 separate targets.
John.
I cast magic missile.
Cast your magic missile.
I hit the big bird.
Oh yeah, it tells you each.
You don't
Yep.
hit the tiny bird that's literally right next to you?
No.
Wow.
So +3, +6. Because it's 2 additional damage for every damage die I roll because of my Hexblade's curse.
Okay.
Nice.
Good shit.
Wow, you suck.
Oh, and it already added. Oh, you rolled that. Okay.
Yeah.
Got a 1.
S-
I did. I
So
got
you're
4.
doing all 3 at the same creature.
At the big
correct?
bird, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It kind of catches on fire a little bit. Now it's a big ass burning scarecrow bird.
Sorry, Roy.
Oh, get away from me!
Gives off a loud shriek. And it like jerkily moves a few of its sticks connecting its neck snap as it turns. and
Oh
faces
my
you.
god.
This is Rude.
No. You.
It like barrels past Rua, does 200 points of damage. Like,
I didn't do
Well,
nothing.
after it does that, I'm going to move.
you can't unless you want to get hit by the birds.
I'll get hit by the birds. I don't care if it wants to.
Oh, they want to.
There. I'll just back up because that was my last spell slot.
All You hear cocaine
Ah.
as they attack you.
As they get their attack of opportunity.
And that'll be a 14 to hit.
That's my AC.
Did they say your name when they
Alright.
attacked you?
Apparently.
Cocaine!
I was like, what?
Oh, it's a Pokemon. Catch it.
And they'll hit you with a whopping. Get ready for it. 1 damage.
Oh man, that's 5% of my
Oh
health.
man.
Alright. But it is also their turn now.
Yeah.
And let's see, they hit you. They're just gonna go for just single-minded.
Just look over at Kane. What's up?
Stop. That bird's real mad.
Still going for the little raven. Thank you.
Real probably shouldn't be standing there.
It's kind of looking at us now.
That's a 20 to hit.
Like natural.
Yep.
Why do you always crit? Quaint.
You got like parry or something? I mean, it's a nat 20. Never mind. Parry won't work. It's a nat 20.
That'll be
I'm level 3, Josh.
I don't know what swashbucklers have.
12 points of damage.
Okay.
Did you say 20?
No, 12.
Oh.
12 points. 1, 2. It hit
was
for
like-
a 20. It.
Yeah, I was saying.
Oh,
this
sorry.
one went
No,
from doing...
it does. My apologies. It does 6. It was a dirty 20. It was not a nat 20.
Oh.
okay.
So 6 points of damage. I was like, why is it green? I automatically thought it was green because it was. I had to double it, but I was wrong. Mobby. Next up is Theb.
I guess I just cast whack
Cast whack.
Okay.
and just
So
whack.
you're gonna whack your. Okay.
Wax
Yep.
and covered stick.
Whack some birds. There, hang on. Let me just.
Want to whack some birds with a stick.
You should probably just change the
With his bee stick,
modifier
he's
on your weapon.
literally the birds and the bees.
Oh God.
Whack.
Whack.
Nice.
Yes.
I like it. That's good. Yeah.
Wow, another one for the damage.
Hey.
Oh,
Hey. You're
Does
getting it.
You whack them birds.
Does your stick not have just a base like damage to it?
Nah, because it's wisdom. Because
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
so it's
the
1 plus
+3 was
But it's literally like just a stick, isn't it? It's not like an actual weapon,
quarter
or
staff.
anything.
it counts. It says as a club.
Or
Okay. I thought Shillelagh added like an extra D8 onto
it
it.
turns
No,
it into a D8.
Yeah, it goes from a D6 to a D8.
Oh,
I
okay.
just have rolled 2 1s on the last 2 D8s.
No, that's fine. I didn't know that's what it did. I thought it like
Yeah.
added something onto it.
I mean, I could cast like actual spells, but like
No.
No. Who would do
no,
that?
correct.
Fuck that. Say that shit.
Ignore that. I'm just clicking.
All right.
Wow.
Did you want to move or any bonus actions?
Play just sounds cool.
Right?
I don't
So
think I know any like
Cool ass name for a fucking spell.
bonus action. Just kind of not be thrilled about my lot in life right now.
Seems fair.
You're still fanboying over Strahd.
Hey, you know what? He gave me candle wax. I got to make a candle.
Rua,
Mm-hmm.
you are up.
Hey.
My bonus action become depressed.
Well, I was already there to begin with. I don't think I need a bonus action for that, actually.
Okay. I'ma use Fey Presence. cast you.
Oh, man.
And DC is 14 to wisdom.
Are you going for charmed or frightened?
Charmed.
That's cool. Okay, to make it
14
cute.
DC wisdom. Ooh, it is going to pass with a 19.
God, how is this wise? It's got no brain.
You don't know that.
Good.
No, that was an insult.
Oh, that's fair.
Well,
All I can think of is the fiddlesticks joke now. I may not have a brain, but soon neither will you.
I did 5. 15. Seeing as though he's still staring at Rothon, right?
No, he was staring at Kane.
Kane.
Oh yeah, now he's staring at him. Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way over here.
I'll just be over here.
All right.
And that's all I can do.
Okay. Up comes the next swarm. And same thing, they're trying to get the raven. I would
Just
like
kill
to
me
preface
already.
this with
Just do it. How many hit points do I lose? I'm already at 10. I should just go unconscious.
it's a nat 20
Oh my
All right,
god.
I'm dead.
Oh my
I'm
God.
unconscious. All right.
with 11 points of damage.
Yeah, Druid's
Yeah,
right there.
no,
He'll bring you
I'm-
back.
Literally
Literally
damage
unconscious.
total, or does
Just
the
stuff good
11
berries
damage
and
11,
base?
11 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no, it's more than 11.
It doesn't matter either way. I'm unconscious. You can't kill me.
Yeah,
Unless
With
it does
that.
over your max.
it'd be
Yeah.
22 total.
What's your max HP?
I don't fucking know anymore.
Yeah, well, it's got to take down 10 anyway, so I don't think you have more than 12 HP. So.
Yeah. Can you? You're light enough. It wouldn't matter. All right. Next up is this guy.
You can't possibly fly 65 feet, right?
65?
Mm-hmm.
Is that how far it is?
Mhm.
Oh, wow, buddy. He cannot. I was looking for my ruler. There it is. So if its point is...
I mean, I might as well just go for Rohan at that point.
Not. So at this point, it's
Rohan.
going to go...
Why'd you put a T in your name?
Why would I put it as Rohan?
I don't know.
Like, what the fuck's the difference?
The raven is up here. This point, I can't reach. It's hurting it, so it's got to go to its 40.
Finally.
Theb. It
Oh, no.
is going to.
See, you would have been able to save me, John, if you had just fucking focused on the birds that were there and not the big guy,
Uh-huh.
by the way.
It's going to lift its wings up, give a loud ass screech, and silvery barbs are going to launch from within its burlap wings out
Jesus.
towards you. In 3 different volleys. The first one is a natural 20.
Oh my
What the
god.
fuck?
Yep.
So your good berries are like in your
Shoot.
pouch, right?
I mean, I
Why does it
have them
say
on me somewhere,
1d8
but
plus-
I'm pretty sure you can only eat like one around. It's not for in-combat healing.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah. All you
So
need
that's
is
going
one
to
around.
be 6 points piercing damage.
That's not too bad.
The second one is going to hit for 23. 10 points of piercing damage.
Oh,
And the
that's
third
low.
one
Oh
will
my
also
God.
hit for a 23 for 9 points of piercing damage.
It's like that
So we
7th 23 you've rolled this fight.
It's a lot of fucking 23s and a lot of fucking just I don't
What was
I
the
don't
total
know.
damage on
I
that?
don't want this
Because
luck.
a lot was
6,
the
10,
number I got
and
up at.
9.
Basically, you're
so
also unconscious.
25.
Okay, I am still standing.
Oh
Feb,
my god.
At
the
2
beefcake.
I have 2.
It might be time to actually use your wild shape for once. I mean,
Hey, I
in
use
combat.
it. Yeah, but that's like.
Is your wild shape a bonus action?
It actually probably was. I think it is.
I know you're not a Circle of the Moon druid. It's an action, I believe.
Okay.
Is it circle of the what are you, shepherd?
Yeah.
That doesn't have that.
No, it's only Circle of the Moon that does
No.
it.
Yeah, I get to talk to bees. That's my thing.
No, that's fun.
It's very useful.
In an undead
Alright.
landscape with no bees.
Wait, it'll be your first death save.
Mhm.
You guys have potions, right?
Someone has one, and I believe we actually gave it to Quaint,
I have one.
or you have it.
Oh god.
So all I know is we got one from that.
I have a
chest.
healer's kit.
I do as well.
I'm not
We give,
trained.
or did we give one to Theb? You don't have to be trained in it.
I know. I'm just saying I don't have high medicine. I think you have to at least roll a medicine check.
No, you don't.
Okay.
No, it is.
Oh, without needing to do it. Oh, yeah, it takes it away. Okay.
Yep.
Alright. Rothon, you are up.
Okay. I will use my 30 feet of movement. Should I have the right square? Yep. To go here. Ba-doop. And then. I stand on top of Quaint? No.
She is small enough where you can essentially, like, if she's on the ground, straddle legs over.
Okay. I will then. Blessing of. I'm going to use my last bonus action, Blessing of the Raven Queen, to basically land on top of her.
Okay.
And I will.
It looks like you're pinning wings down.
Stay down.
I will. Do I heal, or do I just use the healer's kit?
Either way, they're gonna attack me, so it doesn't matter. I'll be down again. 3 more nat 20s in a row.
And you are really, yeah, no, yeah, it's okay. I can't reach into Theb's. Would I be able to reach into Theb's bag or pocket to grab the good berries and give them to her, or no?
You can certainly try. Hopefully you grab the right berries.
That's actually a good point. I technically do have a bunch of berries on me.
Can I just yell at
Not
Theb? Where
what
the
I
fuck
was
where the fuck are your
referencing, but
good
that
berries?
Just
I'll
grab
just try to
berries.
grab.
Just grab berries.
I will attempt to grab the good berries and give them to her.
Careful, it might be next to a stick.
Hey, you want to touch my stick?
No. No, I do not.
Oh.
It's coated in wax. It's very soft.
Nah, man, I'm good.
Oh my god.
Theb is like, fuck this place. I'm throwing all my morals out the window.
So I will attempt to do that and give her a good berry.
Okay. How many types of berries do you have in your pocket?
Well, I have the pouch of spell components, so I'm assuming anything in there you would be able to basically spawn berries. But I don't think I would keep. I don't know if I would keep. I'm assuming I wouldn't keep the good berries in there. I'm assuming that I would have them readily, accessible. But I don't really have a backpack, so it's probably just in a pocket.
Okay. But you would have like your other berries in your spell component pocket, and the good berries just out and
Well,
about in your pocket.
Yeah, basically, any other berries I have is only going to come out of the spell component pouch.
Okay. Then yeah, we'll say you reach in. You don't fiddle around too much. You just grab the first berry. Looks like
Okay.
what he's offered you multiple times. Slightly squished, but you know.
Then I will feed it to Quaint.
You feed it to Quaint, and Quaint,
Yeah.
you are now up with 1 hit point.
And I will-
full HP.
Stand over her with a dagger.
Got it. All right, Kane, you are up.
Okie dokie. I'm going to cast Sacred Flame for. Well, it's going to hit both the big one and this little
Okay.
crow, because they're within 5 feet of each other. So then you make a Dex 30 saving
Would it
throw of
also
DC 13.
hit Seb as
No.
well?
It's 2 creatures within 5 feet.
Got it. Okay.
So you could choose to hit Theb if you wanted.
You
I
could
could
choose
hit
to hit
them
me.
and this, but I'm hitting the big bird, the swarm birds.
You could
Dex
technically-
save,
You can
correct?
put it like right
Yes,
here, and you
DC
can hit.
13.
Actually, yeah. You can put it right on top of me, and then you could also hit Clayton Rothon. You can hit like everybody.
A 9 and a 6.
It does a whopping 1 damage.
One whole dabblage.
Yep, rolled a 1.
And that's exactly how much you need to
Damage
kill a
rolls
big
in
bird.
the game are not going great.
And then I will move
I mean, at least y'all are hitting. Like I've had 3,
35
No,
feet to right here.
2.
Okay. All right. Next up is this swarm of crows, which is going to try to get to the raven. The first thing they meet on their way there is Rothon. So they will attack you. Try to beak you with a 14.
That's my AC.
All right, and that will be. Which one is this one? This is no. 1 point of damage.
What the?
Do I take one? Wait, if I have resistance to damage right now, do I still take 1 point?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the minimum you take is 1.
Yeah, I was like, wait, hold on.
Half rounded up, right?
Normally you round down, but minimum is
I
1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Typically, it's
Alright.
minimum 1 damage.
Yeah.
God damn it.
You can have it negate things like terrain damage if you wanted
Yeah.
to,
Gotcha.
but
Yeah.
it's up to
Okay, first of all, though, what the fuck? Why do you only get 1 damage when I get?
I didn't get
Dude, I feel
bird
so
on bird
bad.
crimes.
I'm like, it's like 1 foot on either side. I
I
never
mean,
roll this good, so I'm
Deb
like,
got his
fuck
ass
yeah,
kicked.
I'm rolling good, but then I feel like an
Yeah.
asshole at the same time. So,
That got fucked up.
Eb damn near got 1 shot.
Theb,
I mean, you know,
you are up.
I would have got 1 shot.
barely. I don't know if I'd call it up. Is the thing.
Yeah, you have probably, let's see, each one. You probably have about like 12 to 15 like silvery looking barbs stuck in various portions of your body.
Place just keeps getting worse. Yeah, I don't really have much of a choice. If I transform, the good berries are going with me, so
Don't bet in your pocket before you go. I think you can actually choose if your equipment goes with you.
yeah, but like there's a bunch of birds around and they're gonna eat the berries.
Are they though?
Oh my
they
God.
don't seem
I
very.
think they want the berries.
Let them
I
eat the
think they want
berries,
the
get
berries.
constipated, and explode.
That's what they're after. They're after my berries.
Eb logic.
Purple berries.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
You could choose
Badger
just
doesn't have a lot of AC or health though, is the thing. So I'm just gonna go right back into being, well, fuck it. You know what? Extra HP is extra HP. It's more than I'm
Turn
gonna be
into
able
a
to
cow.
heal myself with healing.
I would
Cows
say
don't have that much HP.
Cows got a lot of HP.
They do.
I'm pretty
That-
sure.
I don't think
anything that
so.
you have held, carried, or worn, it just melds into your new form.
Oh, you don't get
It's
to choose.
non-functional until you return
Darn.
to your
Yeah.
normal form.
Never mind. Cal's only got 10
If
HP.
you
15.
choose to like before, you would have to state before you shapeshift that you throw whatever on the ground. If you don't state that previously, I'll just assume everything is just
Yeah, because it's definitely what it should be. Oh, I know what I can do. Here we go. This will help. I will use my spirit totem.
Oh, look at that.
Counts
Is
at
this an
50
action? It is an action, unfortunately. That's not what I. That's not where's. Okay, well, that didn't actually help me with the description of what it was, but okay, hang on.
As a bonus action, you can magically summon a spirit to a point you can see within 60 feet that lasts for 1 minute. Creates
Yeah.
an aura.
I believe it's
around
the
that
bear
point.
one, the bear-sized bee.
That one was pretty good.
Yes.
I forgot how
That's
much wild
So
shapes
basically
suck.
just gives
bear,
everyone a ton of
hawk,
extra HP.
unicorn. So yeah,
Yeah.
the one that's HP. Yeah,
Yeah.
the big ass bee.
Turn to a wolf.
There's your bee.
How much? It's like how much HP is it? It's something plus wisdom.
8.
8?
Let's see. 8 temp HP and advantage on strength checks and saves.
Okay, it's only 8. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that, and then I guess technically feeding somebody is a bonus action, or no, it's an actual action, so I can't do that. Can I eat a berry as a bonus action?
I would say, yeah.
All right, I'll eat a berry.
Well, I mean,
I'll
for
eat a
you,
handful of berries,
you,
but I don't think that's how this works.
I mean, isn't like drinking a potion and stuff for yourself?
That
a
is
free
100% up to a GM.
Oh,
It
I
is
thought that was in the
typically using
rules.
an item
Okay.
is an action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would say it. I don't want to say depends on the item because I don't want it to be like.
Complicated.
Yeah.
It might be
I would say
administering to another
good berries
person.
themselves, because it's literally just a berry that you pop in your mouth. You don't have to do anything else. Whereas like a potion, you have to pull it out and
Yeah.
uncork it and all of that. Like this is literally like he could throw it in the air and catch it, sort of thing. So I would say as part of the good berries is you can consume one as a free action. Any more than that, it would be an action.
Okay, so I'm down
Isn't
2
it
good
like-
berries and up 1 HP. Which
Giant
is great.
frogs have
That gives
18
me
HP.
3 plus 8. Let's see, 8 here.
Giant owls have 19 HP.
Where is
It could be like her messiah. Standing over
Eighteen.
as a giant owl. Giant snails have 22 HP.
I've
Where
never
do
seen
you
a
summon
giant
the bee?
snail.
Use your imagination.
That's not how it works. You have to have encountered the animal. in order
Giant
to
space
transform into
hamster.
it.
A giant
I could
space
turn into a
hamster?
giant bee, but I don't. That's it.
You can do an ox.
Let's see.
You can be a space swine. A swarm of bats. I don't remember if you're allowed to be a swarm or not.
Or is that like a specific one? Like a specific circle that's able to do that? Or
I think
something?
there actually is. Yeah.
I think that's literally all I can do unless I want to leave,
What are you
and I
doing?
definitely don't want to leave because I'll get hit by everything and die.
Advantage on strength.
So we'll just do that
So,
next round.
Again, we could be hitting the birds.
He can't. He put
Not
down
with
his totem.
I put down my
30-foot
totem. That's the
radius,
action.
And everyone gets 8
Temp HP, yeah.
HP who are
So
wounded.
if
It 8 temps? Sweet.
if Mars,
I mean, I guess it's like
decides-
a bonus action to put up the. No, I can't. That's not a bonus. Never mind. That's yeah. No, that's it. I can't. Don't think I can. Can I assist? No, that's an action. Never mind. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
if Mars decides to hit the thing with a repelling blast, does it hit into into John
From
and
this direction, I would say yeah,
and crush him? So all of us are unconscious now.
potentially.
There's no one unconscious currently.
But
Um,
John, Theb, Rothon, and Quaint, you guys all get 8 temp HP.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yay! I won't die. Oh, okay.
You
Well,
should-
never-
Why
Don't
would you
jinx
say
it,
that?
Don't jinx it. Why would you say that?
Rua! You are up.
Wow, they seem to have a party over there. I'll stay
Okay.
here.
I'll throw the bird at you.
Don't you freaking dare. 25. 35. Oop. I hit this. We should be good. John won't get smacked, right?
I mean, seems good.
Okay, good.
If you hit it.
Bonus action, hex,
Okay.
and then action blast.
So hold on for your hex.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if it's different than Baldur's
I'm
Gate.
trying to-
Do you pick a specific thing?
Whoops. I
I'm
don't.
getting them like
didn't.
confused
Why
now.
did that get 1 damage?
Hex.
You place a character on a curse. Wait,
Till spell
curse
ends,
on a
you deal an
character.
extra 1d6 necrotic. Okay, which ability do you want it to have disadvantage on? Ability check.
Dexterities.
Okay. All right. Perfect. And then you're going to Eldritch Blast. What
Blasted.
does that just say? Okay, so you only roll the 1d6 at the beginning. So you just always do 1 point of damage?
I don't know.
No, that's poopy. I'm just gonna say that it's whenever you hit it with an attack, which is what it says on here. So it's +1 for this attack, and then if you attack it again, then you'll also get another 1d6.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, that's gonna hit it.
Oh.
All right. 8 points of force damage, and it's gonna go.
What?
And fly. Repelling blast, I was assuming.
He's creepy. I
It's
don't want
gonna
that.
fly
What?
back
I don't know
and
why I'm
explode
Okay.
into a
Nice.
whole bunch of sticks.
Hey!
It explodes into a bunch of smaller birds.
No!
GG.
Caca!
I messed up. I messed up.
All right.
Cool. I guess. Wait. If the target drops to 0. Okay, subsequent. Got it. That's it.
All right. Cool. Next up is this swarm of birds who's gonna mindlessly attack again. Rothon, you are directly in their way.
Mm,
It was 17 to hit
does hit.
Sorry, Rothod.
and 10 points of damage.
I got resisted, so I don't care. So it'd be 5.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Was it a certain type of damage or was it all damage?
It's for Blessing of the Raven Queen, I get resistance to all damage until the start of my next turn.
Okay, got it.
Oh, aren't you
5
special?
damage.
So yep, 5 damage. Quaint, you are up.
I'm up. I'm gonna attack.
I'm just gonna scoot him over so you can move if you need to.
Fuck
There
you,
Oh,
it
yeah.
Gary.
is.
Which
That
ones were you? This one? Okay.
Okay. Gonna.
Vengeance.
12 points.
Does it technically count as sneak attack? Even like
I believe for you it
around it?
does because it's just you don't have to be on the other side. Someone just has to be within 5 feet.
No, well, for Raker's Audacity, it has to be nobody can be within 5 feet of me.
That's
No.
right. That's right. Because
So I
you
don't-
just have the Rakish Audacity, not Rakish Audacity and Sneak Attack. It's like your type of Sneak Attack, correct?
Well, I can do both sneak attacks.
Okay.
I can do regular sneak attack where somebody is where I have advantage, and I can do
So
That-
it would be the regular.
the regular sneak.
So basically, you're just Sneak Attack all the time.
Basically,
is
yes.
My understanding.
Unless something's within 5 feet of me while I'm trying to attack. It's confusing, I know. But basically, I want to.
But there is one within 5 feet of it, so you do get the Sneak Attack. Or there's 2, because there's the bee bear.
Why are you not? Is that okay? You know what?
What?
Fuck you. But whatever.
Oh, it rolled as a 2. Oh, because all rolled damage
I don't know.
is
It's
doubled
Yes.
because you rolled a crit. So that's 18 total.
But I'm not
Six,
moving
six,
because at this
six.
moment I am sort of safe underneath Rathman's feet.
Got
Like,
it. Okay. Both swarms are now looking pretty tattered. Although they seem to just mindlessly be going for their quarry. They don't seem to be phased by it. Rothon, you are up.
Both of them look fucked up.
Mhm.
Well, since Quaint is still really fucked up, I'm just gonna keep standing there. And
Okay.
what was the one she just stabbed?
The one between Theb and the bee.
Okay, I'm going to stab that one with a dagger because I can't
Okay.
shoot it.
oh, mister, I can't use daggers.
I said I shouldn't use daggers because I do way more
I
damage
mean,
with a bow.
you're going to hit it.
Stab.
You literally stab a
Yeah.
dagger in the air.
Even without the +2.
I did it.
All right. You stab them up. You knock, I don't know, 2
Stab
out
'em
of
up.
the swarm that are on the ground, so it's like
Well.
half of the swarm now.
That's it. I'm just standing there.
All right, Kane, you're up.
Okay. Damn, they're not next to each other.
Just go with stabbing.
I'll move over. Oh, I'll just go this way to give Rothon and Quain advantage to be flanking.
You were here, correct?
I was right here.
Right here. Okay, perfect.
And then I might as well use my bonus action and use Booming Blade.
Boom.
That's actually part of my attack. It's part of my action. Oh, it died. So I gained my 1 hit point back. All right. Because Hexblade's cursed. This thing died.
Yes. Yeah.
And then I will...
And you get one of your spells too, correct?
No. I just gain health back equal to my Warlock level and my Charisma modifier.
That's what I saw was the warlock level. Okay.
Yep. And then I'll stab. With advantage. Wow. 9.
Diet does not hit it. Nope.
Oh.
Would you like to do anything else?
Nope.
All right. Next up, D's here, birdies. Rothon, that's going to be a 10. I assume they don't hit you.
That does not hit.
And Theb, you are up.
Barry.
Nom nom nom.
You gonna do that. I'm at the whopping 4 freaking HP.
Hey, that's 50% more than you were.
This
It
is
off.
true. Oh god. Well, at least the biggest problem's out, right? We hope.
Oh, swarms can be pretty bad.
But yeah, this is not great. More whack.
All right, whack it. That's going to hit. And which one are you going for?
I would assume this one.
All right, excellent. You freaking pinata these motherfuckers. They're out.
Okay, and I'll That's all I got.
All right.
Turn to face the other one.
Rua.
Man, they look fucked up. I'm not gonna go near that. Bonus action, I'm gonna move my hex from the big guy to the little guy.
Got it.
And then I'm gonna go pew.
Pew pew.
Pew. Pew.
Yep.
And pew.
And you pewed those ones out of here.
Whew.
They each had 3 and 2 hit points left, respectively.
Oh. Fuck over. You guys look like birds ate through you.
I immediately take
Yeah.
a step back and like sink to the ground.
Mhm.
And then check on the little raven thing. It wasn't damaged.
Little Raven still has the barbs stuck inside of it. You guys now know where those came from. As well as Theb has quite a few. It is alive. It seems like it's breathing quickly and shallowly. It's definitely pretty hurt, but it's hanging in there.
Can we force feed it a berry? I'm asking them.
Theb.
Oh no, he died.
Deb's in his mind palace right now.
Deb is
Oh.
gone mute because he almost died.
He's
Meanwhile,
digging
this is
holes,
just any other day for Quaint.
just digging down in the ground. Can't handle this. Those weren't animals. The
Deb's
wax
like,
fell off my stick.
happy place, happy place.
Which is apparently by Dracula.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean,
That was the one time
freaking
he went so
Strahd's
happy.
not gonna want Irina to be his consort anymore. He's just like, hey.
Wait, what color is Theb's hair?
I mean, I think Theb's hair is. I don't know. Is it just brown or reddish brown?
Oh no!
He's like, he's a druid. He can change it.
He can dye it.
Important question, Theb. What color is your hair?
You know, it's a good question. I believe it's definitely bright pink. Absolutely. In this instance,
Hey.
for narrative choices.
Pink
close.
is a
That's
shade of
close.
red.
That's close.
Oh
Yep.
god, no.
No, it's definitely not.
That's how we succeeded this campaign.
we just hear what people are saying and go the opposite route.
just sell off your druid as Strahd's plaything.
There you go.
Listen, if it's what it takes to get us out of here, I'm sorry.
Hey, he seemed excited about the birds and the bees.
Yeah.
He did already offer him a
Speaking of
stick.
bees.
I did.
That's
I
true.
offered many people my stick. Would you like it? It's right here.
Anyway, back to the original question. Do you think we can force feed this thing a berry?
If you want to.
Maybe.
And does anybody know how to remove barbed wire or whatever the hell this is from birds?
I'd say in this case, I guess instead of barbs, it'd be almost like it shot out like silvery quills. Yeah.
Can I roll an Arcana to see if it casted the spell?
To see if what?
To see if the mini bird casted the spell?
To see if the casted what spell?
Or if this is the barbs around its head was a spell that it casted for protection, or if it was like some sort of curse.
So you had seen the big ass bird monster thing shot Theb with the same thing. Theb has a bunch in his
okay.
body now too. Yeah. It like opened its wings and basically kind of like hedgehog shot. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take a berry from Theb and then push it in the bird's mouth.
Bird kind of noms at it a bit. Seems to pick up a little bit, but it's definitely hurt, but it looks like it's
And then I'm gonna,
slightly further from death's door.
I don't know, medicine check, nature check to see if I can get the needles out of it.
Medicine check?
I'm gonna
I'll
poke this
assist
thing.
you on it.
I also don't have medicine, so if anybody else has medicine,
Well, Rothon's giving you advantage.
It sounded like you said he's giving you disadvantage.
hey, at least
I just start ripping them out.
Yeah, you're able to carefully pull them out. It seems to kind of not be breathing quite as fast. Stares at you in almost like a trusting, thankful way.
yeah, it's because we're birds. Gotta stick together for our homies.
Box
Don't
of
tell the
other.
other birds that I eat birds at night. I'm
I'm
bad.
not completely sure that's how that works.
With my
Reading.
spear, I'm going to dig around in this thing's body and try to see if it's literally just sticks.
You ever had to
Okay.
carry for me? I'm at 1 hit point.
Yeah, so I'm at 55.
Say 55 good berries.
Because we didn't use any spells yesterday, so I just
Yeah.
dump all my spells every night and all my remaining spells every night into berries.
How long do the good berries last?
24 hours. That's why every night.
Damn. Yeah, that's a good. That's a good
Also,
way to
you
do it.
don't have to eat if you have a single good berry.
Yeah. These things
So
are awesome.
you dig around in it, and as you dig around, the sticks and stuff seem to just fall off and become a pile, as if whatever was holding them together is no longer holding them together.
So I think it's safe to say that I eat enough berries to. Although I think we're gonna go take a rest anyway, but I need enough berries that if there's anything else that may attack, I will be not on death's door.
I'm gonna light the sticks on fire with precipitation.
Okay. You light them on fire, they burn, crackle. You've got a nice warming fire in the middle of the road. Night has fully fallen. Sun has went all the way down. You guys are now in the middle of this darkened road, fire crackling, in this unfamiliar land.
Can them talk to animals?
Oh, yeah, actually, yes, I can. Also, for narrative reason, all the berries are now bananas.
What?
For
What?
narrative reasons?
Why?
What
For
narrative
narrative
reason is
reasons.
this?
Now you're giving people your berries and bananas to eat?
Absolutely.
Oh Lord.
Oh my god.
I no longer accept good berries from Theb.
What's wrong?
Nope.
They're very good berries.
Has Step seen a banana? Does he have to know what it is to produce it?
It doesn't specify. It just says berry.
I
And
mean,
bananas
in
are
all
berries.
Yep.
fairness, though, Theb would probably be the one most likely to have seen a banana out of all of you.
I'm just asking. Also, how are you? Are they like
I've seen a banana.
small bananas?
Yeah, they're like little plantains, but they taste like berries because
Okay, because
I
I was
don't
gonna say
know.
you're carrying around 55 bananas. That's a
a
lot
lot.
of fucking
Look,
shit.
just
to carry.
don't worry about it.
I was wondering, are they like berry-sized
I have
bananas?
really deep pockets.
They're like what's that candy that has bananas?
Oh, the little hard candies.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes, those.
Okay.
But they're gummies.
What is that?
Like gummy version.
Those berries are just banana gummies.
That's all it is.
That is weird, though. Bananas are berries, but strawberries are not berries.
I'm sorry. What?
Berries are
Ra-
Earth
or
is-
raspberries
weird.
and blackberries are also not berries.
What?
Na-
But the name.
Nature's weird, man.
on the outside.
I think blueberries are the only one that say berry
It is a berry.
that are a berry.
Technically, I think are service berries considered berries? I think service berries might be.
What the hell's a service berry?
You know what a service berry is? They're great.
What about
You should
a
go foraging more
mulberry?
often. They're very pretty trees.
No, Jackson.
I don't think there's much foraging up here.
I don't live in the mountains like you do.
You gotta go to the foothills, bro.
Yeah.
I literally live in the middle of LA. I don't. There's nothing
Yeah.
to forage.
can
You can
forage for some, like,
actually service.
toilet
You
paper.
can forage. In cities, you can forage nightshade.
That's
Yeah, but
the last
why?
thing I want to forage.
No. Black nightshade is not poisonous as long as it is completely ripe. But you typically, if it's too close to the roadway, you don't want to do it. You only want to forage it from like empty lots.
It's okay. I'll just go to the grocery store right down the street.
There's also,
That's a
isn't
form
there
of
that
foraging.
like plant that California loves to plant everywhere, and on like freeways and shit that is toxic?
Probably.
It's
The
like
red
those.
berry thingy?
No, it's like those ones where it's like the white or pink 5-pointed flower.
I don't know, because there's a lot of like, so elderberries are native to California, and they do occasionally plant those on roadways. You don't want to eat those ones off the roadways because of all the carcinogens from cars and such.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like you could go, I think it's like 30 feet away from the roadway or something. I don't
Only
know.
in
There's
here.
some
That's what it is.
distance
Sorry.
that you have to be away from the roadway in order to be considered safe.
Gonna naughty fucking berries off the side of the road.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna
No,
forage.
well, I mean, if you know what they are, you're generally safe. It's just like the exhausts that the plants will like compound and just put into the berries and then make them kind of poisonous.
I don't really care if it's safe. I'm just not gonna do it.
Why not?
Anyways, so you're
You wanna
stuffing a
live
banana inside a
dangerously?
crow's mouth? That's kind of messed up.
Yeah, we just it's funny.
But they're like small like bananas, right?
I don't know. I'm
'Cause
not
I
the DM.
mean, you said you had 55 of them.
Oh,
That
those look familiar.
Look, I just have really big
Yeah.
pockets.
Are
Okay.
they really dangerous?
see, even then, bro.
They are toxic or poisonous.
Huh. They look so pretty though.
Okay.
So anyway, you can talk to this bird, right? Like, ask it what's up.
Yeah. It's all sure. Just start talking to the bird.
Hold, please. Let me.
What are we holding on to?
The time.
You try to talk to it?
Yeah, just speech of the woods.
Okay. It doesn't respond in any way.
It's not an animal. Kill it.
It's
Um,
dead too.
It would be either so I can only talk to beasts and most fae.
Not an animal.
So if
Kill
I
it.
considered a beast, I would not be able to converse with it.
Did it not respond to him? Like, as in it literally is conscious and just like looking at him, or is it like just so fucked up that it is like, I'm not gonna talk, dude.
Well,
I
I
stab
stuffed a good berry.
No idea.
banana
It
in
just
its
it
mouth.
doesn't respond.
Well,
I'll just
I meant
blast.
like I meant by its like behavior.
Oh, like does it? Can it
Yeah.
act like it hears, or does it?
Yeah, or is it like sitting there just like, oh my god, I'm so fucked up, I'm gonna pass out.
You can try to roll either an insight or an animal handling check to try to determine, but I mean, it's just
Wanna inside check the bird. Yeah.
it
Bird
I have
suspicious.
0.
seems coherent enough. I mean, it's definitely also hurt. It's hard to gauge.
Are you okay in my handkerchief? today? You
Now
want to
you're talking to it.
sleep with us tonight? That's awkward.
Hold on. One more. When you did speak with animals, how did you converse with it?
No, it's speech of the woods. That's just the circle of the shepherd thing. You learn to speak and write Sylvan. In addition, beasts can understand your speech, and you gain the ability to decipher their noises and motions. Most beasts lack the intelligence to convey or understand sophisticated concepts, but a friendly beast could relay what it has seen or heard in recent past. Does not grant you friendship with beasts, though you can combine this abilities with gifts to curry flavors or favors, not flavors. I guess also flavors if you're gonna eat birds.
I mean, especially if you're currying flavors.
Yeah.
Ah.
Dark circle of the shepherd druid.
Oh,
but-
this is all
okay.
like a
So that's
roundabout
just
way
in-
to make shepherd's pie.
Yep.
But you just speak out loud normally to it.
As far as I'm aware, the ability really doesn't say.
It says
Got
it,
it, okay.
it can understand you, so typically, yeah, it would be whatever.
Yeah, you're just okay. So, what was it you said to the bird?
I'm just gonna relay whatever. Basically, just repeat. It's gonna sound really stupid. I'm just literally just gonna repeat word for word what Quaint is saying. So I'm just gonna be her echo.
Okay. And Quaint, you were asking.
If it
If it
wants to sleep with us tonight,
It
stay with us and
looks at you, blinking its little bird eyes for a moment, and then kind of like does the little bird butt wiggle when it like settles down onto inside your handkerchief.
well, good because fuck, I was just gonna, almost die for you.
Ah,
People keep saying I'm an owl, but I'm really not, and I really don't know what you're saying.
ah, caca.
Is that your owl sound?
Well, you want the owl sound?
A hoot.
Woohoo.
Not just fully a goose.
Oh my god.
Fucking geese.
That's why we've been offending her so much. Actually, a goose.
She's really just a goose.
Yep.
Take a gander at her.
No, thank you. She's a bird.
How many bananas were needed? I have to subtract my bananas.
Um.
I hate you.
Well, I only had enough so that I wasn't immediately on death's door, so maybe just one.
Oh.
And then we're just gonna do a long rest tonight anyway. So.
Yeah, but what if we get attacked in the middle of the night?
Yeah, he's got to use the berries anyways.
Yeah. I have to recast all the spells, so it's,
I don't know how to roll.
you know,
the
It's-
berries. How many is it each?
One.
it's a 1 per 1. So how much ever HP you're missing is how many bananas you need to eat.
Oh, well, I was missing 18.
Okay.
So, 18 then, I guess.
37. I have 37 more bananas if anyone needs them.
I'm full.
It's a lot of nanas.
Oh wait, I guess I'm hurt. Probably be a good idea to not do that.
You should take them first.
So 23. I eat 23 fucking bananas.
Bite dice. It's your spell. You can control
It's a ridiculous amount of bananas.
it.
All right, well there are 14 bananas left over.
All right.
And I guess I'll unsummon my bee.
You're gonna unsummon the bee.
No more temporary hit points! No!
Yeah, the temporary
just
points
falls
go
over.
away.
It doesn't last very long anyways, but
It just looks at you like it can't believe you.
Ha!
this is going to be the campaign of puns.
You know,
Wait
I'd
till
say
you get to Ravenloft.
I'd say that I'm surprised, but I'm really not.
I'm gonna go join Strahd.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's collecting all the extra wax now. You gonna help him with that?
Better than puns.
Is it though? It's new definition of sex wax.
Oh my god.
I mean, he's literally collecting beeswax for birds and the bees.
Better
I
than
mean,
watching
we're gonna
Theb
have to
rub
workshop
wax on
that.
his stick.
So you're gonna watch Strahd test rubbing wax
I ain't gonna
on
watch
his
him do
stick?
nothing. I'm just gonna go hang out at his castle.
Strahd, do you want a druid?
There we go. We'll just give Theb up. That's better.
Are you saying that your druid is defective?
I'm gonna cast precipitation and turn Theb's hair red.
Wow.
I'm gonna cast precipitation to make it specifically ginger red, like Irene's.
By the way, what has she been doing this whole time? Just like hiding? Is she still around?
She's around, yeah.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say, did she just like take off and was over our bullshit like 20 minutes ago?
I mean,
I wouldn't blame
if
her.
she hasn't.
Yeah.
I would be.
She while she
We
doesn't
should camp.
necessarily look surprised at this fucking crazy shit that's going on, like she does not look like she wants to be a part of any of it.
I'm on her side.
Like a
Well, ask if you
fucking
want some bananas.
scarecrow bird just flew out of the sky and tried to kill y'all. Like I'm not going anywhere near it.
Rola just goes and checks on her, avoiding all this really awkward talk.
I'm just gonna lean against this log and close my eyes.
How far away are we?
I would say at this point you guys are probably maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours worth of travel away from the encampment. You can kind of see the flickering lights now that it's light, like kind of down. It's like sort of like a hill. Yeah.
And this is to get to an encampment.
Yeah. At
The
Seer
gypsies.
Pools.
Oh, okay. That one. I was thinking the town. I was like, is it town or something? But yeah. Do we want to just go there? Or we want to wait?
You can take a short rest and then go.
Yeah, that sounds good. Short rest and go. We'll get some stuff
Alright.
back.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and roll any hit die you guys may need to roll.
Short rest.
Aaron, what time do you have to start getting ready for work?
I got one spell slot back. You guys have to get ready to like 9:45ish. 9:30.
9:45.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't have to go in early, so we're good.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Got my spell back.
Nice.
Warlock's OP.
Okay.
There's only
You just
one hit die.
Short rest them back.
Yeah, warlocks get their spell slots on short rest because they only get like a max of 4 spell slots.
Yeah, but you can short rest infinite times per day.
I mean, it takes like an hour.
Isn't it only like 30 minutes? Is it 30 minutes or is it an hour?
It's an hour.
Rules is written
like that.
1 hour.
I'm not gonna lie. I've had this like D&D music playing in the background for this whole time, and I keep thinking that like it's from Sean, and I'm like, damn, this freaking music's on
is.
point. Shit.
Yeah. Nope. It's me. I'm doing it.
I
I'm
keep
doing all of
forgetting
it.
I set it up a while ago. I was like,
Yeah, I'm playing D&D music as well, and it's on the video.
damn. Like, this music's
Damn.
on point.
Now I feel
Let's
like
go.
I'm fucking slacking. I'll have to start getting some things set up.
Hey, you're doing infinitely better than Drew is already. Because we're playing a session.
I would
Just,
say thank you, but I
I'll
feel
omit
like
that
that's not
from
a
the
very
video,
high
the
bar.
recording.
Oh,
Yeah,
let's delete that.
please.
from the
I'll beep that
recording.
out.
Sorry,
Thanks,
that
bud.
was
Sorry.
not a nice thing to say.
I'm real salty
So,
about it.
anyways, you guys take your short rest and then continue on.
Yeah.
You guys walk for a while. Luckily, it seems as though all the excitement for the evening has hopefully faded away. The road will gradually disappear, and it's replaced by a twisting, muddy path through the trees. There's deep ruts in the earth, evidence of the comings and goings of wagons. And the canopy of mist and branches suddenly gives way to black clouds far above you. There's a clearing here, next to a river, that widens to form a small lake several hundred feet across. 5 colorful round tents, each give or take 10 feet in diameter or so, are pitched outside a ring of 4 barrel-topped wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake, its sagging form lit from within, and near this tent, 8 unbridled horses drink from the river. The mournful strains of an accordion clash with the singing of several brightly clad figures around a bonfire. A footpath continues beyond this encampment, meandering north between the river and the forest's edge.
What do my elf eyes see?
Your
Alf.
elf eyes see.
Yeah.
Owl?
Alf.
I'm-
Owl.
Did you
Alf.
steal him? Did you steal
You're literally just Alf dressed up like an owl. Do you guys approach the camp?
Is
Why
this
not?
based on our map that we have? Is based like it seemed like the camp we were looking for?
Yes, it certainly does.
Yep, I'll approach it.
All right.
I'll hang back just a little bit.
Okay. You guys approach, and as you approach, where are you? You're not here. An elderly man approaches you guys as you approach the camp. He's seems joyful, a big smile on his face, and a twinkle in his eye, a little bit. Hello. How are you tonight? Do you need somewhere to stay?
Oh, hello. Yes, that'd be great. Or you've traveled quite far.
Yes,
The best thing we've ever heard tonight.
I am aware. Madame Ava has been waiting for you. And he points over to the larger tent.
Like she's some kind of fortune seer.
Mm-hmm.
She knew we were coming.
Yes.
Bailey, remember? We knew that, didn't we? Something about this place?
She appeared to you guys in a dream.
She was the one who appeared to us.
Telling you guys, yes. I mean, an old, like, I don't, yeah, she appeared to you guys.
Make
We will go ahead. We are in the process of making dinner, so please go introduce yourselves. Let Madame Ava know that you are here and speak with her. And by the time that you are all done, we will have dinner ready for you.
Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll catch up with everybody now that no one's been shot at or attacked already.
I'll signal Rothan with a firework.
Sweet.
Mini one.
He's just very quickly. Do you guys have any questions? Anything that I can help you with before I bring you to the Madame's tent?
You have any healing supplies? I'm gonna point to everyone.
I have these bananas.
We
Oh my
took
God.
we took a short rest. We're all good. Or
I'm
should be.
perfectly fine. I am unscratched.
Good.
Are all good?
Unscathed.
At least
We
I
will
am.
get some bedding set up for you guys so you can rest for the night as well.
That would be awesome.
Thank you. What
Oh,
was
you
your
are
name
very welcome.
Yeah.
Stanimir.
Is it Stanimir?
Stanimir, yes.
again? Thank you,
He's
Stanimir.
Stanimir.
I have too many E's.
Enemy.
I put an A. That's it. You say he's kind of older.
Yes.
Stanimir.
Mhm.
We were attacked along the road by a weird. It was like a raven or a crow, right?
Ow.
Sort of. It was
I
an
never
owl.
had crow
It's a
feathers.
Owl
scarecrow.
effigy.
It was a
Okay.
scarecrow.
It was a weird scarecrow, a giant scarecrow effigy looking thing, and it's allies, cronies, whatever.
Was that a
Um,
pun?
No, it was not actually. I did not think about that, but and it was attacking, kind of motion to point this other smaller bird.
Not quaint.
Not Quaint. I'll kind of motion to bring out the bird. If Quaint does or not, that's up to her. But
Perhaps you should speak to Madame Ava. She may hold the
Okay.
answers that you seek.
Is this the
Thank
equivalent
you.
of just speak to my manager?
What's the from the picture?
What?
From the picture of the thing you said, is this the effigy scarecrow thing? Was that a mask of like a, or was that like a skull?
Oh, it's like a carved mask type
Oh.
thing. Kind of more accurately, like flattened like strips of bark that were held together to form that.
Okay.
So when whatever was holding it together collapsed,
Mm-hmm.
that all kind of came apart into multiple pieces.
Okay. I guess we go to Ava's tent.
Okay.
And we burn it down.
It went boom.
See that coming? Ah.
Cackling laughter bursts forth from inside the tent. I knew it!
Yes?
While she's on fire.
She don't give a fuck. Strahd sent her to piss the world off.
Nice.
Just kidding. You guys approach the tent, and magic flames cast a reddish glow over the interior. You pass through the heavy. What's the word I'm looking for? Heavy. Starts with a T. Not tarp.
Tent?
No, like the big blanket pictures you
Teepee?
hang on the wall.
Oh.
Blanket.
Murals. Blanket mural.
Anyways, we'll just say tent. It's not the word I'm looking for. Oh, that's gonna bother me. Whatever. Anyways, you guys go inside this tent, revealing a low table covered in black velvet cloth. Glints of light seem to flash from a crystal ball on the table as a hunched figure peers into its depths. As the crone speaks, her voice crackles like dry weeds. At last, you have arrived. Cackling laughter bursts like mad lightning from her withered lips.
Hi.
Oh, hello, Rua. How are you, my dear?
Could be better. You were expecting us?
Oh, yes, yes. I am glad that you have made it. Hopefully you have gotten rid of that one item that you possess.
Yes, they did.
Insight check.
Yeah, can I get in on that too?
Oh,
I
I
feel
already
like-
know this. She's
I
still
feel like
got
she's
it.
in this too.
You guys get an advantage on that.
Well, yeah, and I already knew, so.
I think they.
Oh no,
Rothan's just like,
Rothan
what?
totally trusts
What do you
you.
have?
what the fuck you talking about? Item. He
Fucking
believes
crazy
he
lady.
believes you don't have shit because we took that book from you. So.
Oh wait, I actually have bonuses to insight. That's weird.
Wisdom based.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? That's about on track there for.
Oh, dear Theb. And she kind of reaches over and her like bony fingers reach out and she pats your cheek. What wonderful magic you create, darling. That was wonderful, and on the side of the road to boot. You have a gift, my dear.
I'm just going to wonder if she's talking about the stick, or
Oh
if she's talking
my
about the
God.
berries.
She's talking about the fucking candle that you made on the side of the road. It was neither one of those things.
But you
She
see,
dropped them.
Deb is not intelligent. He wouldn't make that connection.
You have a gift for making sticks and berries. She's
sure
really
do.
excited about it.
Deb's gonna stay in her tent tonight.
Okay, dears. Rothon, Kane.
Hmm.
Pleasure to finally meet you. And darling little quaint, my dear. And oh, what is that you have in your hands?
A bird. I
Hmm.
think it's not a bird.
She reaches her hands out. May I see?
Mm. No, we'll let the bird decide if the bird wants to show you.
Okay. She opens her hands, looks at the bird for a moment, and then the raven opens its wings and flies over and lands into her hands.
See, that's all we needed is some, I don't know,
She
acknowledgement, I guess.
she looks at it, her face gazing at this bird with, it almost looks like fondness. She gently strokes the raven's wings. I once had a beloved pet raven named Turul long, long ago. Only seen him once these past 10 years, though. Doubtless, he has gone wild without me. But such is life, hmm?
The bird just shrugs like, oh.
Well, if you all would be kind enough to take a seat, I can read you your fortunes of future.
Motion for everyone to go first.
I'm hanging out in the back.
Rothon will step up. He's dealt with
Oh.
Sears before.
Oh, all of you sweethearts, but there's room for all around my table.
I'll sit as far as away from her as I can.
Okay.
Center.
Does the bird still like her?
Yes.
Okay.
It is a circular table, so sitting as far away from her as you can, I would just like to note that you are directly facing her. Just
I'll sit one seat off.
okay.
Quint will just sit next to her. Because the bird likes her.
Rothon can sit across from her unless somebody else started taking it.
Okay.
Yeah, Rothon
Sit
would
on
stare
the other
uncomfortably
side
at
of
her.
her.
Deb
What
sits
is it,
on
Jordan?
All right.
Deb sits on the other side.
Sit directly on the table. Sit
Was
underneath the table. No, just kind of wherever.
sticking berries
Deb
out.
don't care.
She, as you guys get settled, she produces a worn deck of cards. Waits for a few moments. She flashes you a smile. Old teeth, a few, like one of them broken. And closes her eyes. And then they flash wide open soon again after. And her voice, a warm, gravelly, grandmothery voice, comes out as a low hiss as she speaks. her silhouette dancing in the flickering candlelight. A shadow is approaching my tent. A lone servant of darkness. They seek knowledge of your future, secrets that I am sworn never to reveal to any but their keepers. Do not look, child, nor rush to greet them. If they learn the import of what we had discussed, all may be lost. Do not reveal even that you know of their true nature, for their master will know what that I have told you, and his wrath will descend upon us all. I will read the cards as swiftly as I dare before they arrive, and you will listen closely, for I shall never again repeat what they say. Are you ready?
Boy.
I have a feeling that even if we're not ready, it's not going to matter anyway.
It is information that I feel you should know, as long as whatever force it is feels it is time to tell us. But it is your choice. Should you choose to not know, you can get up and leave.
I'm sitting my ass where it is.
Shall
No
I
Tom
proceed?
stays.
Yeah, guess no one's standing.
Her own hands start to work deftly. The ancient seer removes 14 cards from the top of the deck, setting them aside. The remaining cards she shuffles nimbly, twice, 3 times, 4. Madame Eva sets both decks upon the surface of the velvet table. Closing her eyes, she places her right hand over the surface of the larger deck. The crimson flames dim and swirl in eldritch patterns as her lips move silently, a distant tension spreading through the air. The sounds of the rustling trees and rippling pool beyond the tent's walls begin to dim, the external world growing mute and insubstantial as the space within grows more solid, more real. Slowly, reverently, the crone draws 3 cards from the top of the deck, laying them face down, separately on the table, with the second laid between and above its partners. She then moves to the smaller deck, drawing 2 more cards. The first she places below the first 3, forming a cross. The second she places in the center. The lights of the candles sway like silhouettes, leaning in toward the cards like anxious watchers, yet the air in the tent is perfectly still. No light intrudes through the seams in the tent's walls. No voice rings out in the silence. Shadows and mist swirl at the boundaries of the tent, where the darkness of deepest night dwells. But here, at its center, light yet reigns. The crone then moves her wrinkled hand to the leftmost card, the first one. She closes her eyes, tilts her head, as if listening to an unspoken word. The arcane lights swirl and then shift, their colors changing to a deep, piercing blue. This card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. She flips the card. The cerulean light dances across its surface, revealing an illustration of a smirking guardsman looking up at a haughty priest. The priest's pointing fingers mere inches from the guardsman's nose as the guardsman readies a wickedly curved dagger behind his back. The 9 of glyphs. The traitor. Her dark pupils shift from side to side as though reading from an unseen text. Look for a wealthy woman, a wary servant of the devil. She keeps the treasure under lock and key with the bones of an ancient enemy. She moves her hand to the second card, this one at the top of the cross. As she closes her eyes and listens once more, the candlelight flares, its color bursting into a fierce, cheery yellow. This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. She flips the card. This time, the light reveals a new illustration. An armored warrior clutching a cracked iron sword and a leather-bound wooden shield, his face obscured by a heavy iron helmet. The Five of Swords. The Myrmidian. Her eyes stare deep into the shadows that lurk in the corners of the tent. She moves her hand to the third card, at the right arm of the cross, her eyelids closing like a trance, her lips pursed in quiet contemplation. The candlelight vanishes for a heartbeat, and then returns in a nova of fierce, burning white, so pure and strong and clean that it hurts to look at. It burns your eyes to see. Madame Ava's eyes snap open, burning with a fierce determination. This is a card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. She flips the card. The light reveals a third illustration, a solemn-faced man clad in holy vestments, one hand clutching the chain of a bronze censer that billows with burning smoke. The Eight of Glyphs. The Bishop. The crone's voice is strong with purpose. She moves to the fourth card at the bottom of the cross and listens once more, tracing small circles across its back as she hums a contemplative note. The magic flames leap and dance upon their wicks, now casting swirling violet embers into the air as the walls of the tent gleam with the shiver of twilight. This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in the battle against the darkness. She flips the card. This time, the illustration revealed is a quiet graveyard choked with fog, its entrance sealed with a sharp iron fence. The mists. Madame Ava leans forward. Finally. Oh. She moves her hand to the fifth card and nearly recoils, her brow furrowing until wrinkles split her forehead like a trench. Behind her, shadows encircle the candlelight until the light is very nearly swallowed by the creeping dark. When she next speaks, Madame Ava's rasping voice is scarce above a whisper. Your enemy is a creature of darkness, whose powers are beyond mortality. When the hour of judgment arrives, this card will lead you to him. Her hand trembles for a moment, and then deft, ancient fingers reveal its opposite side. In the darkness, the fifth and final illustration is only barely visible through the smoke and unnatural murk. Upon the card's surface dwells a depiction of a crowned, grinning emperor clad in royal finery and reaching for a goblet of wine, though his limbs are wooden puppet's limbs, lashed to corded strings that disappear into the darkness overhead.
I think it's terrible, yeah.
Madame Ava slowly exhales. The marionette. Just a moment, sorry.
Let's create a new character, dude. Can I restart the story, or can I restart my story? Yep, stop fast.
horror is this? You see a man made by a man, ageless and alone. It haunts the towers of the castle. The last syllable passes her lips. The old woman freezes, and then rocks back in her chair, her eyes rolling until their whites gleam like pearls in the darkness. And then she snaps back, the candlelight burning down to its ordinary crimson glow. The sound of the outside world returns. The voices of the Vistani, the crackling of the bonfire, whisper of the wind, and the lapping of the waves against the shore of the pool. Light gray and insubstantial filters in once more through the canvas walls of the tent. You feel yourselves breathe for the first time since the reading began. Beyond the tent's walls, you think you can hear the sound of footsteps approaching. Madame Eva says nothing. She only regards you silently, with dark, heavy eyes.
Turn around to look at the entrance.
Nothing comes through the entrance.
Okay, I'm just gonna make a new character and I don't want to try and figure out how to
Clear my throat, look at the other party members, like, now what?
new guy.
Is what's her name with us? This in here as well.
Oh, I see.
Irina?
Irina?
Oh,
Yeah, Irina.
shit.
Thank you.
Yes, Irina is
Okay.
in here with you. And to go back, I left a part out on accident. The third illustration, a solemn-faced man clad in holy vestments, one hand clutching the chain of a bronze censer that billows with burning smoke. The eight of glyphs, the bishop. What you seek lies in a pile of treasure beyond a set of amber doors.
Find a set of amber doors.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, I hope
Bronze
somebody's
censer?
taking notes.
What color is the censer?
The bronze censer.
Oh, okay.
So that's the description of the card that you're looking at. So the card itself was the
Oh.
eight of glyphs, the bishop. And then
Okay.
she tells you the bishop essentially means that what it stands for is what you seek lies in a pile of treasure beyond a set of amber doors.
Okay.
So if you guys
Josh,
need
I
me
like-
to, let me know too, and I can go back and clear up what each thing was.
Hold on, I'll just slowly clutch his dagger while we're waiting for whoever's outside to possibly walk in.
Okay.
I'm gonna invite you, but invite you.
Okay. Sorry, one more time. You were going to what?
Rothon will just hold on to put his hand on his dagger, waiting for whoever was outside to potentially walk in.
Okay. No one walks in.
No. Benji, my leg, dude.
Can he go and look outside just to see what's going on since no one's coming yet?
Of course.
Share that information.
You pop your head outside, and there are two people just waiting outside the tent. A woman and a man. They look to you, and the woman, oh, are you done with Madame Eva now?
Is she okay?
Who?
Is this Norman?
Oh, yes, she's okay. We were waiting for you to finish so we can bring you back to the fire for dinner.
Do we just leave her like that?
She kind of pops her head in. Madame Ava, are you... Sorry to interrupt. Are you all finished? Yes, darling. I'll send them out to you in just a moment. Of course. She pops her head back out. She just whispers to you guys. Tell no one what you have just heard. Now go. Get yourselves fed and get some rest. You have a long journey ahead of you.
Donald
Well,
bow and walk outside.
Okay. God damn it, I missed another one too. I'm sorry.
all good.
Those are some hell of descriptions. Very detailed.
I put the descriptions of like the reading and the cards that were drawn, but I forgot to put what it stood for. Like a smarty pants.
What was the one with the swords?
The 5 of Swords, the Myrmidian.
Yeah.
That's the one I forgot. I'm looking
Oh,
for
okay.
the meaning right now. So after you see the card, she says, "Look for a den of wolves in the hills overlooking a mountain lake. The treasure belongs to Mother Night."
Overlooking a lake.
Basically.
Yep.
Okay.
A mountain lake.
Steve Jobs Island Progress. I'm sure. It's like it's my island. So it's in
I'm not missing. And
take out.
did any of Five of Swords?
Wait, 5 of Swords upright or reversed?
Oh, give me just a moment.
You said nothing about birds, right?
I did not. And then what I can do too is, I'd have to get pictures of them after. It's a Taroka deck.
Did she say anything about suns?
She did.
Which one was that one?
Here, tell you what. After that fortune telling, we will. Let's see, 8:41. We'll continue on, and get you guys to rest for the night, and then we'll end the session when you guys take your rest. And then what I'll do is I'll make up a document that has like the pictures and then the description of what she said for each picture, and then I'll link it in the Discord so that way you guys have it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. And then if you guys have any questions after that, let me know. But then that way we can go through and continue. All right. So you guys exit Madame Ava's tent, and Brothon, the woman and man that you had seen waiting outside, are still there. The woman greets you. Hi, I'm Eliza. Welcome to Seer Pool. If you would like to follow me, we can. And she stops for a moment as the elderly gentleman that you guys had spoken to approaches, and she just stand here. We're supposed to treat our guests much better. You should have been waiting here, so that way we can bring them to go get food. They seem to have traveled a long way and they must be tired. You probably should have eaten before seeing Madame Ava. He just smiles, and fate waits for no one. However, dinner is ready. Why don't you come rest your weary feet at our fire? We have wine, food, and song if you're interested.
Thank you. It's appreciated, and I'll kind of look back at the rest of the group. See if they're ready.
Okay.
Famished.
The man hesitates, and asks you guys, would you mind if I accompanied you and sat with you for your meal? I heard you had just arrived from Barovia, and I arrived myself from the west, hoping to see how the village is doing.
Oh, you're from there.
No, I'm from Valakai.
Oh. Wait,
Does the bird stay with the old lady?
She does, yes.
Quaint, there's food out here.
No, I was asking if the raven, not the owlin.
Yeah, well, you can get blueprints. You can build the. You can
Yeah.
like build the gun.
Quaint's with
So
you guys. I was just wondering if the bird
you want to be like always on the look
would
for like
build you or
I
not.
don't see why not.
blueprints. So you could have it in your ability if you need to.
Okay.
We can get new.
Oh,
You can
go
only
ahead.
do that inside this.
Oh no, I mumbled. We can get news from Valakai that way.
I think there might be a few other ways to do it, but
About
Yes,
Wow.
my cool shirt, man. Look at my cool shirt.
As you guys are walking, Eliza asks, "Oh, and what are your names?"
I am Rothan.
I didn't have one. I don't.
Pleasure to meet you, Rothan.
Mhm.
Oh god, wait, did he tell us his name?
I don't think he did.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. I am Arturi. Pleasure to meet you.
archery?
Arturi.
Oh,
A-R-T-U-I.
I'm like, wait, archery?
Archery.
Artillery.
Artillery.
Interesting.
It's Quaint and Irina.
Pleasure to meet you. And oh, Arturi kind of looks at you. Koliana? Yes. Oh, me, Irina Koliana.
Ah,
He says, "Oh, yes. Some of your villagers have came to Valakai. I was coming this way, anyways, and they had asked me to check on Barovia and see how everything is going." And then you guys sit down. Irina starts filling Arturi in on the goings on in Barovia, and you guys are provided a meal, wine, pickled beets, bread, cheese, and kind of like a hearty root vegetable rabbit stew.
Go, get out of here, dude.
Let's see, stew of rabbit. Oh, with potatoes. So the stew is rabbit, potatoes, turnips, lentils, and parsnips.
Does Quaint still have
You can choose.
the bag of the bag of meat?
Yes, you do.
Okay, she'll request. She'll be like, I don't really eat this kind of stuff. Can we can you like grill some of this or something? I mean, I don't mind if I have it rare, but it's a lot better for people if I don't.
Why is it better for people if you don't?
Well, because blood and stuff all over.
See, no one here minds. We understand, and if that is the food that you need to survive, that is what you need. No one will fault you for that.
blinking slowly. You're very accepting.
Quaint like,
I mean, what is the difference? We go hunting and we have to clean our kills. Blood is a part of life. You get hurt, you bleed. She looks at you as a woman, you bleed. Blood gives life. Blood takes life away. Or the loss of blood takes life away. Blood essentially is life.
So like,
Huh.
Well, now see, that's asking quite a few different questions now because owlin is a bird, and birds don't bleed.
And you were
I mean, if
bleeding
you cut-
earlier.
No,
Yeah,
you weren't
everywhere.
I mean monthly bleeding.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I mean, technically, if you're a chicken,
Yeah,
You
but
that's a
don't have one if
technicality,
you're
and
a
that's more
chicken.
like daily.
I got a chicken or an owl.
Are you sure? I feel like as people who followed you around for at least a couple days, we might know better.
Now I am curious. How do owlins procreate?
You know?
Google it.
Probably the same
Turn
way that
on safe search.
No.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Through eggs. Like
Through
Aarakocra can
eggs.
do.
Does that mean there's only one? It's like a chicken.
what?
I mean,
So I mean, then
Not quite chicken like. They don't do it
They're
very
like-
often.
Chickens specifically just do the whole daily egg thing.
oh, and then they have their what are they called? The meat spots.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, chickens specifically are different because they were bred up to be like that.
That's not saying that an owl couldn't do that. It's just that that hasn't happened yet.
I don't need a reproductive class on owlins right now.
Are you sure? You feel like you might want to do
Oh my
exactly
God.
that.
Did you know that eggs don't come out hard? They
Yes.
harden
What?
when they hit air.
Yes, I knew that because otherwise it'd be torture
What
on
the?
the poor
Yeah.
mother.
So
Yeah,
in
they're
some
birds.
like younger chickens especially, they don't harden, so it'll be like a little like soft squishy. Like have you ever done that experiment where you put an egg in vinegar and it like
No.
I'm super soft.
disintegrates the calcium shell? So it's just like a little jello-y feeling egg.
Yeah, they're just like snake eggs except better.
Except better.
Hold on. You put an egg in vinegar? Do you like ferment it? What? Huh?
No, it takes the
Breaks down
calcium out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it turns just goopy. Or like not
Why
goopy,
would
but
you
like
do that?
So you know how like when you crack an
Oh,
egg,
try
it
it.
has that inner lining inside of it?
Uh-huh.
So if you put it in vinegar, the vinegar dissolves the calcium, but it still keeps that inner lining. So the egg is still
Oh.
intact inside that sack, and it's still egg shaped, and it feels like soft and squishy and stuff.
it's
It doesn't
very
cook
much
the egg
like
or anything.
water balloon, I guess is the
Mhm.
best description.
Oh.
Yeah.
For science, I guess.
Anyways,
I learned something new today.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Several things.
I've learned a lot about chickens because for whatever reason on like my feed, it's like all sourdough and chickens. Sourdough makes sense because I make sourdough stuff. I don't fucking understand all this chicken stuff, but I still
If you
watch
make
it.
sourdough,
That must be it. Yeah, they must think I'm like a homesteader or some shit.
hey, there's nothing wrong with being a homesteader. I would if I could.
I made my own sourdough starter too, all from scratch. It was
Oh my
pretty cool.
goodness.
It was fun.
Do you
Anyways.
do you keep a mother dough?
Yeah.
I could not. It's a strange concept. It's cool. It's delicious.
It's like having a pet.
bizarre.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just accept
But
it's
if you keep
dough
it in
and
the
you eat
fridge,
it.
you just have to feed it once a week.
Yeah.
But we keep it on the counter, and I make like crackers and focaccia and bagels and pretzels and bread for the kids and granola bars and pancakes and all sorts of shit with it.
Why
pretty
do
fun.
you feed dough? It's not.
It's
it's yeast.
sugar
Yeast is
and
living.
such. Because the
So
yeast.
because sourdough itself, you don't add any yeast into it. It's a naturally occurring yeast. So when you start sourdough, you generally get like a whole wheat flour and water because the whole wheat is like less processed. So like a rye flour almost. And then you mix it equal parts flour and water and then let it sit there. And then it'll start to ferment and it gathers yeast from the
Oh.
air essentially. And then every so often, depending on how long it needs to eat, where you keep it and how hot it is and all of that stuff, you remove a part of it and then you keep like the kind of standard is you keep 1 part sourdough and then you feed it an equal part flour and water and then mix it. And then the yeast feeds off of the flour. The water gives it room to move and expand, and then it starts to bubble up. And then that's where you get like the rise in all of your bread and stuff.
Crap.
The
Yeah, it's
things
pretty
you
cool.
learn.
So like sourdough
Yeah.
bread is basically literally just flour, water, salt. That's all.
Just ever evaporating flour, water, salt.
Yeah. Essentially, yeah.
Man, I don't know shit about baking.
But then you can like also take the sourdough starter and dehydrate it and then just keep like a powder, and then you can rehydrate it like however long in the future. I think they've like rehydrated dried starter from like hundreds of years ago that they found and
So
were
what
able
would
to like
happen if you
reawaken
put
and
like
feed it.
put yeast directly to the sourdough starter?
It's too much yeast, so it'll eat through all of the
Ah.
food
Ah?
very quickly, like all of the flour, because as it eats, it's going to reproduce and create more yeast in there, because yeast is a living thing. It's like a
What the fuck
microorganism.
was there? I always thought no. I don't know why. I always thought yeast was some sort of like baking powder.
Well,
I-
when you buy commercial yeast, that's essentially what it looks like. Baking powder can also, like baking powder and baking soda, can also give you rise, but that's more of like a chemical reaction that gives you the rise. Versus yeast, it's as it eats stuff, it releases gases, and then
Yeah. I didn't know yeast was also the
Ye-
microorganism yeast. I
Yeah.
thought
Yep.
yeast was just like some sort of name for baking powder, baking soda.
mm-mm.
Mhm.
It's yeast. Yeast farts make bread good.
God.
Mhm.
Holy shit, I'm not. No, I gotta look this up more. The more I know.
All right. Sorry, off on a tangent. I don't even know where that came from. Where were we?
He was talking to Irina about the villagers, telling them like
Yes.
yada yada.
At one point during their conversation, as he's getting kind of the lowdown of the news from Barovia, he inquires loudly, loud enough for all of you guys to hear. Have you encountered a man, Rudolph van Rechten, at all? He was a friend of mine, and I had heard that he had come to harm while traveling to Barovia.
Does that name sound familiar?
It is. Mhm. It's just gonna not. Rothan's just not gonna say anything.
I mean, you met his dad, right?
Rudolph, if I believe, is the vampire guide guy who's in disguise.
Well, Quaint doesn't know names and still calls Rothan Breathman, and so she'll be of no help in this conversation. She's merrily sitting there chewing on whatever slices of raw meat there are.
Who was the one stuck in the basement after he like prayed himself?
Doru.
That is Doru.
Ah,
And his
the name.
friend Escher and Van Richten went to the castle to fight the undead.
Gotcha.
Escher disappeared. The coffer was empty, and both Escher and Van Richten disappeared. All I have is a note that he was fed his villagers or something. Oh, never mind. That's Dora was fed his villagers.
Why the hell do I have Alanic has a monkey?
That's X.
You're a monkey?
I think hit X again.
What?
I think.
I have Alanic has a monkey, also dead. Who was
Yes.
Alanic?
Alanik
Oh.
is Doru's
that too.
friend.
Oh, okay. Alright, well. I don't know any Rudolphs.
which I think only Rothon knew.
Atlantic.
Yeah.
Atlantic is. Didn't we get the information that Atlantic is technically Rudolph?
Yes.
The red-nosed reindeer.
There was red everywhere.
I don't remember, did Dory just tell you guys about Escher, or did he give you a description of what Escher looked like?
Isn't he a rapper?
You can see Escher.
I don't think he gave us a description.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, he just said it was his best friend Escher. That's
Okay.
it. At least that's all I have written down.
All right. In that case, let's see. But you remained quiet when Arturi asked, correct?
I'm just listening in to see what he wants to know about. He said he said the guy's actual name, right? Not his fake name.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. He doesn't say anything. He just listens in.
He kind of talks about it a little bit, unsure whether he believes Van Richten to be dead, but he is hopeful that he still lives. He explains as if for no other reason than that old man would be impressively hard to kill. At which point he kind of goes back to talking to Irina about Barovia. And then, as everyone finishes eating, Stanimir stands up. Ah, well, it's a pleasant meal. Now, as guests at a Vistani fire, you are now expected to play the game of stories. To play, you must put up a wager, which can be an object of small value. It can be monetary, but doesn't have to be. Intellectual or sentimental work too. And you must each share a story to make another around this fire laugh or weep. Each time a story is told, the other participants in the game must guess whether the story is a truth, a falsehood, or a little bit of both. At the end of the game, the participant with the most correct guesses wins the pot. So, let's everyone put our item in the pot. And he walks up first, sets a small little table next to the campfire, far enough away that nothing's going to get damaged, but close enough that it's essentially in the center, and lays down a familiar looking deck of cards. They look just like the cards that Madame Ava was using in the tent when she told you guys your fortune of sorts. This deck of Taroka cards once belonged to my late wife. They've sat unused and dusty in my wagon for long enough. It's a sad smile. I think she'd like it if they were out in the world again. Eliza steps up next and sets down a collapsible brass spyglass with a small maneuverable mirror. Doesn't say anything. Sits back down and looks around expectantly. Arturi stands up. I have here this manuscript on werewolves by my late friend, Dr. Rudolf van Richten, and sets it on the table. He goes and sits down and look around again, and a few moments later, Irina steps up. Thank you very much for feeding us and inviting us into your camp. And she pulls a painted wooden hair clip in the shape of a sunflower out of her hair. I've had this since I was a child. My mother always told me that I shine bright and make others happy, that I am a flower of the sun. She smiles and sits back down. Then everyone's eyes go to the party.
Oh shit.
I don't really have anything because when we were transported here, we lost our bags. So
Stanmere voices again. It doesn't have to be anything big. Just something that you can wager.
take one of my daggers out and
How do I?
put it on the table. This is a dagger. It doesn't
Perfect.
have any story behind it.
I can berries.
Berries that are going to disappear.
In
don't-
2 minutes.
To be fair, they don't disappear; they just lose their potency.
That's true.
Oh.
That's true.
You
You mean bananas?
Oh. Rothon will take an arrow out
Okay.
and just set it down.
Do we like lose?
Yeah, winner takes all.
I really wasn't listening because I'm dumb.
Yeah, the person who essentially gets the most points will take the pot. Because at the end of each story, go essentially in a circle, and the participants, the people who are listening to the story, guess whether it's a truth, a falsehood, or both. And then whoever, after all of the stories are told, has the most correct guesses takes the entire pot.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Got it.
Okay, so Kane, you put a dagger. Deb, you
What's
put
the
bananas.
opposite? Oh,
Yep, I got banana. Well, I mean, because I'm not gonna wager my candles.
You can wager the candle you just made.
That's for Strahd. Thank you very much.
Or some honey.
Could do that, but then how am I gonna put honey on my bananas? If you not had honey and bananas, it's great.
I have had honey and bananas before I
if
was
you have-
allergic.
It's
to peanut
unfortunately,
butter.
yeah, the peanut butter allergy there, but
Peanut butter, banana, honey sandwiches.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Rothon, you put an arrow.
Yeah.
Oh, I have something. I'm gonna take out. I guess they're like corroded now. Some
Mhm.
corroded. What are those things called? Dinner knives. The silver dinner knives.
Damn.
And take out like 2 of them. And these knives preemptively belong to a friend that cared for someone who probably annoyed them to near death.
What did Eliza put in?
Eliza put in a collapsible brass spyglass with a
Okay.
small maneuverable mirror. It basically would let you peer around corners.
Yeah.
I guess there's. She honestly, I honestly have no idea because she doesn't care about anything. So I guess she puts in a wishbone from one of the.
Okay.
So we don't have a parachute, so don't try to be doing that shit.
All right. And then, actually, what we will do is we will end the session right there before the game starts. This will give you guys 2 weeks to plan out what your story would be. It can be a story from your character's history that they've went through. It can just be some sort of story that they make up. It can be any sort of story. And then you would just have to let me know prior to session. You can either send me the story or just let me know whether the story that you intend to tell is true, false, or half true.
Mhm.
Cities are
Sounds
It
good.
can have a meaning. It can be a tale of some sort of thing that happened. Anything you like.
Okay.
But you guys will each tell a story next session.
Boy.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Feb and his candle adventures.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Feb and his candle adventures, quote, the sticky situation.
Yep.
Oh boy.
He's been in
Oh,
many
God.
sticky situations, don't you worry.
Oh god.
careful reloading because I think you might have to say no.
Okay.
This
I'm a hop.
is.
Good night,
You might have
guys.
to say
Wait.
read back down. So you
See ya.
throw
What?
throw